And welcome to Campaigns of the Plains. This week we will be doing episode 11 of Monster of the Week. So, let's go ahead and recap a little bit of what happened last episode. So, if you haven't seen our Out of Character, it is a lost episode, so please go watch that to kind of get a decent recap.
No,
the last one isn't.
No?
the last one's not lost. The one before last episode.
Correct.
Oh, okay. It's confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
So the last episode's good?
Last episode is good.
Okay.
I mean, they're all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That is my lost episode because
Yes.
I wasn't
So if
fucking
you haven't seen
here.
the last episode, it's not lost. Go watch it.
That's
Right.
fair.
Please watch it.
Yeah. And
Do
if
it
you have
now.
already watched it, just comment below. What are we doing in the last episode?
You had Christmas.
No, that was
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was Christmas.
That was
Christmas
Christmas.
in
Comment
Minnesota.
below a Christmas
It was-
tree
it
because
was
we
Christmas in
had
Minnesota.
Christmas in May.
Yeah.
April? May?
Yeah.
We had
fine.
Christmas. So comment a Christmas tree if you've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys were actually escaping or attempting to escape from the area where you had fought Dardanus and his Wendigo friend, and you had saved a girl that Dardanus had kidnapped and placed in a giant hourglass. And as you guys were driving away, the little girl wakes up and drops the illusion that she had, and it turns out that she was the water elemental Elpis. And so she puts a hand right through Mr. Gray's stomach and kind of protrudes a bunch of icy spears and pulls the van to the side as Henrietta is driving. And Henrietta, being up front and without a seatbelt, goes flying out the front window, and there's quite a bit of crunching, really bad crunching, and everybody else kind of rolls around on the inside of the
I
car.
dislocated my shoulder, making sure Olivia didn't also fly through the window.
It is true. And then
You did one of those?
Yeah, I did
Okay.
the mom safety belt arm
Right.
to catch her flopping body because she was unconscious too.
Yeah, our dad did that.
Mm.
Yeah.
and then
Guess what? It didn't save me from the scar.
Seatbelt probably would have done
Yeah.
that.
Elpis had dragged Mr. Gray out of the car and basically frozen him to a lamppost, and told him that he needs to meet him in Minnesota if he wants to find the real girl. Dawn, you had went and yanked a door off of its hinges to you and Olivia to basically make a stretcher for Henrietta, who was not moving. And I can't remember, I think it was Olivia who found out that she wasn't dead by trying to read the mind.
No. Olivia stayed unconscious until we were in the car again. Because we just threw them both in the back seat together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just two bodies.
Yeah.
So it was, I think it was
It was
Gray
me.
that...
It was me.
It was
I went
frozen.
and investigated her because I was like, oh shit!
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
go get
That's
a
right.
door.
Yeah.
Somebody go and get a car.
So yeah, you guys found out that Henry's neck had been broken, and you guys got her on top of the table and found another minivan to put her as well as Olivia in. Either case,
Yes.
doesn't matter. But Mr. Gray tried to contact someone who may be able to help heal Henry, but it turns out that his contacts will have nothing to do with him right now, as he has been blacklisted.
Wait, that's the wrong town.
But then Danica had actually called to the bunker and found out if there was anybody who could heal Henry. And Danica's mother says, yes, there's somebody named Lotus nearby that could possibly heal her. So it was then that Olivia was awake and remembered that Lotus was part of the names that you guys had gotten the information on. She was a part of the Rosenschatten organization, or the Order of the Rose.
We went anyway because we were worried.
Yep. So,
the beast.
as you had approached Lotus's house, it was on this old path. No electricity. The house was old. It was nighttime. The only real source of light was from this greenhouse that was open. And as you've gone in, you see that the woman whose this place had belonged to was experimenting on plants and had made living plants that had actually captured you, Danica, and you, Gray, and held you upside down until you guys had discussed your purpose in being there. And Lotus knew that Mr. Gray had a contract on her life.
Danica didn't, though, and she was upset.
A little bit, yep. But you bring Henry in, and she said that she'd be willing to help and heal Henrietta. He brought her in, and Dawn had actually noticed that this Lotus, or Yella Pragata, she was using semi-druidic arts to help heal all of you as well from any damage that you had received. And I learned a thing or two. Also, she had taken Olivia behind a curtain and had examined Olivia and told her that she was what was known as a Nephilim, a offspring of a human and an angel, mostly thought to be an abomination among angels, and usually sought after and killed. She told her to be very careful, and during the examination, Olivia had caught a glimpse in this covered mirror of Lotus and had perhaps seen her true form, one of a scaly nature. And she says that she will work and heal on Henrietta and send her for you guys forward once she's done healing her. Before you had all left, you caught a glimpse of her, like, staring up, like, beyond your guys' shoulder at something, and just kind of smiling, but she said she'd send her forward. So you leave Henrietta with Lotus and drive to Minnesota nonstop. And as soon as you get to Minnesota, you guys stop at a gas station because Dawn had actually said that you guys could go and meet her father. And since it was Christmas Eve, you guys were going to have a Christmas dinner with him. So you guys stopped and got some cherry cordials and fruitcake at a gas station.
Fruitcake.
Yep. And Dawn, it had been the first time that you had been home since this whole thing started. And it was the first time that you had gotten to see your father after the death of your mother, and saw that he really wasn't getting along too well, very depressed, had beer cans everywhere, and probably had been sleeping in his recliner. But he was very happy to see you, and you guys definitely made his week, probably year, by being there with him. He cooked up a couple of TV tray dinners for you all.
Hungry man.
Yep. And you guys had TV dinners and you took hot showers, and Dawn, you got to revisit your old room, and Mr. Gray, you had a conversation about family with Dawn's father.
I remember that.
So...
Essentially.
Yeah, I see that.
And we also had a dinner guest.
Raphael.
A dessert.
Oh, yeah.
A dessert guest.
Yes, there was a surprise guest. Well, you had figured out that you could pray to Raziel, and he would hear you. And you eventually tell Raziel that Olivia is actually a Nephilim.
We actually don't tell him at all. We just show him Olivia.
Yeah, he could tell just by looking at her.
Right, because of the energy.
I just pushed her into the room.
Mm-hmm. And he had actually been scryed on by Olivia before that, and he had actually had a conversation with another angel that you had...
Zachariah.
Yep, Zachariah, who you had overheard said that this whole thing needs to come to an end, and any Nephilim need to be squashed so that the coming days for the Winchesters would go smoothly.
We got the gourd as a present, I believe.
We did. Raziel gave us the gourd as a Christmas present.
Yep. He also did something to Olivia that would shroud her from any angels, and it was explained that Olivia had not been actually reading minds so much as tuning into angel radio, because she is an Nephilim. So that is...
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh.
So, that is...
Just found you in a bloody room, that's all.
Mm-hmm. So, was there... I guess, for Travis, was there any other questions that...
We had a marvelous Christmas Eve TV dinner.
Yeah.
And I made cookies.
My spine is broken.
It is. No, your neck is broken.
It's part of your spine.
It is part of his spine, yes.
Yes, it does go all the
That's
way up.
Yeah.
We did see...
and Gray had a beer and a really awkward conversation with someone.
It was deep.
It was deep.
Was it deep?
It was deep and awkward. Because he was talking to your dad.
Yeah. We did see your spirit talking to Lotus.
We also found out that that lady that we left
Lotus
that we left
Mrs. Sabaro
that we left Henry with is the one who killed my brother technically.
Yep.
She made the poison, the
serum
that my father gave to him. But I wasn't mad at her. I was still mad at my dad.
Yes, you. That was one other piece of information that you did get, was that she has apparently been making the serum to augment these people in this organization to perhaps live longer lives, but becoming monsters themselves.
Very high cost.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that she had actually intentionally poisoned the one that was meant for your brother because she did not want any more of her kind.
Which is why I wasn't too mad at her about it.
Yep. So, we will backtrack a little bit. Back to Lotus's garden. As you now, Henrietta, in your dream-walking form, see everything going on here, them overhearing this entire conversation. So you hear everything about Lotus, and you overhear everything, and she's busy healing everybody, but every once in a while, she looks in your direction and kind of smiles, but that's possible because you're in the dream world. Nobody can perceive you. But just as they're about to leave and they're talking about you, leaving you here, she looks at you directly in the eyes and smiles at you again and says, "You have some very great friends," as they leave. very concerned for you.
Indeed they are. So, I understand that you have, from what I can tell, a very sophisticated setup here. You seem very powerful. What are you going to do for me?
Well, we are going to fix you up. That would just put a very good craw in young Danica's father's plans.
Okay.
But you see, and she goes over to where your body is laying on its side. They've stripped you down so she can work on your body, and you actually see like these plants making little tiny like sutures in your body as these vines like cross over your wounds that she's opened up along your neck. And she says, "You see that bone there?
Yeah.
It is completely crushed. There is no repairing it. You must have slid a very long way on your neck or sustained quite a blow."
Alright. What are you getting at?
Well, I can repair it one of two ways. The long way or the short way.
What's the goddamn short one?
The short way is you agree to be my little guinea pig.
Meaning?
Meaning I get to experiment a bit on you. But the healing time is much quicker.
And how much quicker than the long way?
If I were to repair all of these bones and dig all of the fragments out from your neck, it would take months. Probably half a year.
And the short way?
The short way, I could have you up and walking in 2 days.
Okay.
So 6 months.
So, what's your intention for me?
My intention for you is to be a surprise.
Okay. Can I, can I discern what her goals are here? Like, is she going for a, ill intent? Like, she kind of like that callous, scientific approach, I don't care what happens to my test subject? Or does she have ulterior motives? Can I read any of that off of her?
Go ahead and, let's do an investigate mystery.
I thought you were going to read that situation.
I was debating on it.
Let's see.
It's sharp either way.
Sharp. Okay, so that is going to be a 8.
An 8. So your one hold, you're asking if she has ill intentions.
Yeah.
Towards whom?
I think right now towards me.
Towards you?
Yeah.
You're getting the feeling that she, as you kind of look around at the plants here, she takes care of the subjects that she works on or experiments on. She even, the way she had been walking around talking to her plants and caressing them and everything, she definitely may even have an attachment to her experiments. But towards you, no. Does she have her own motives? Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't need to investigate mystery to know that, but alright. If I agree to your short method, I don't want any trickery where I'm under your thumb all the time or any bullshit like that. Do whatever tricks you got up your sleeve and then you're done.
Seems fine to me. My only request is that you tell no one. It'll be pretty hard. You'll have to lie.
Well, I ain't ever told anyone what happened between me and Gray, so I think I can handle it.
What?
We had no idea. We're not there. They might have fucked. Who knows?
My gossip senses are tingling.
And she just smiles and she says, "Sounds like a deal to me."
Do your worst.
She goes back to where you saw her take Olivia, and she pulls open one of the drawers that's in a small metal cabinet there, and she pulls out a vial that looks like it has blood, but also something silvery swirling around on the top of the vial itself.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, your dear will have helped us out quite a bit here. And
Dare I ask?
Best not. Just remember to thank me." And she takes the vial and she pours it into this tinier beaker that is filled with some kind of concoction. It looks green in coloration, and it begins to swirl and change different colors from like a dark red to like this silvery, almost metallic kind of color that glows. And she smiles and says, "There'll be a small pinch."
I think Henrietta's just giving her side eye.
So she puts the needle right into the place, like from this open incision right into your spine.
Mm-hmm.
And the plants like begin to back off from where they were suturing things. Like, nope. And you begin to see as the bone starts to reform itself and things in your material body start to shift and heal themselves, but also like naturally regenerate in certain areas. And in your dream walking, you feel this burning sensation in the back of your neck, and your eyes go crossed with pain, even here.
Son of a bitch!
And we cut back to Dawn's house the next day.
Oh, it's Christmas morning!
Yay.
And we're in Minnesota, so there's gotta be snow.
Actually, no, I changed that today. Hold on a second. I forgot.
It's now Valentine's Day.
Oh, shit.
Gray, you were in a room. You had your own room. Obviously, you weren't going to be allowed to sleep with the women.
A slumber party.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're all just chilling in Dawn's room.
Mm-hmm.
My trundle.
Yeah.
There you go, trundle beds.
Trundle bed.
Trundle
Olivia,
bed.
this is for you.
Oh,
When I was a kid.
Dan,
Oh, why
just
don't you
gonna
wear
fit
you
together.
guys cuddling and I'll sleep in the trundle.
So,
It's just a
you
shiver.
begin to have a dream, Gray.
Oh, God, no.
The face of the girl in the hourglass gets covered up by the sand, and you just see this laughing face of Dardanus, no matter how much you try to break the glass. And then it almost seems like it loops back to the beginning, and it loops this way in this dream for a long time. But finally, it seems like you get to a point where you rescue this girl, and things rewind a bit further than this moment even. You are in a house that's very familiar. It is a very warm spring day. There's a nice breeze rolling in. The sun has just crept up enough to where the curtains are letting in enough light to keep the bed that you're laying on nice and warm. You feel like you're just coming to from a long sleep, a really long sleep, and you look to your side and see a familiar woman. And your first reaction is, was I dreaming? Because this seems very real. And you lay there and look at her, and she is like sleeping on top of your arm facing you, and you kind of like, caress her face a little bit, and there is warmth there and solidness, and you're confused, but then it seems like maybe I was dreaming. And all of a sudden you hear these tiny little feet come running on the floor, and the woman like rolls over to the side and says, "No, it's your turn." And this girl jumps in bed with you, and she starts like jumping up and down on the bed and is like, "We're gonna go to the park today, right?"
Of course. I told you that we would.
And the woman rolls back over and says, "But not right now, right? And she like looks back over at a old alarm clock on her side table and says, "It is 7:30 on a Sunday."
Well, I think 7:30 means that we've got more time to play.
And she says, "You're right." And she grabs the girl and like pulls her down in between you two, and she starts like just tickling her. And there's this laughter and this joyousness to this occasion. And you're holding the girl too. And you think, again, it kind of bugs you for a second. But again, you think, as you actually touch this girl, and there is warmth here, there's a physical mass here, that you were just dreaming. Must have been a bad dream. And this instance seems to play over a couple more times, and that nagging feeling comes back each time. Go ahead and roll me a read a bad situation.
Okay. Ooh. So
Good shot.
13.
13, nice. So you have a hold 3. You can ask me any questions about this situation.
Does anything here seem off or wrong, or like, do I notice anything that is not how I remember?
Definitely one thing grabs your attention, and it is the older style alarm clock on the woman's side of the bed. It is making a noise like it's ticking along, but you look and the second hand just kind of does this and goes back and forth instead of actually moving time forward. It's like it's stuck at 7:30 the entire time. And it could just be the clock, but...
Do I see any... So, like, the way that they're acting, as keep seeing this playing over, do they seem like they're... Like, maybe I might have said something and they got details wrong that they probably shouldn't have. Or they're acting a little different than they should.
Not details, but you ask things that have happened after this particular time, because you start thinking on it, and the more you start thinking on it, the more that you feel like this is a memory. Like, you recognize everything in here. It's deja vu, not just because it's repeating itself,
right,
but deja vu because it's definitely happened before. And you realize a couple of small details. One of them is that no matter how far this scenario plays out, the woman never gets out from underneath the covers. Like, she is covered usually from like about here downwards. And yeah, no matter how far that goes, it always stops and resets itself before she seems like she's about to get out of bed.
There's a question, man. Like, there's a question I want to ask, but I can't think of it. Oh gosh.
Is she just somebody that you used to know?
Honey.
I don't know. My mind is like drawing a blank on that. I'm not sure what else to ask right now. I guess.
I mean, you can still act on any of this information and ask the question.
So
it seems like you have control in this area.
I guess I mean, I'd like to try and start like just doing things different.
Okay.
And see what happens.
What are you doing?
Well, because it seems to reset just before she tries to get up.
Mm-hmm.
So, am I able to like get up and maybe even try and get out of the house?
So you get up out of the bed, and when you do, you pull the blankets up enough to uncover this woman, and she is in a white nightgown, but you notice something red on the gown itself. When you try to get up and like move out of the room, it resets.
Alright, well, I definitely want to know. One other thing I did want to know is, does this feel familiar? Like Halloween familiar?
A little bit, yeah.
I just want to blame Danica right now.
It's
Okay.
not the bad memory or made up memories repeating themselves. It definitely, again, deja vu moment feels like it's repeating itself.
Okay. So, I want to investigate the red.
So you are lying in bed and you pull the covers up. As she's about to get out of bed and this memory is about to reset, you manage to pull back the blankets. As you do, you see a number of holes in the back of this woman's body as red is seeping through the dress here. These definitely look like gunshot wounds. And you are jarred with a sudden realization that this was the beginning of that particular day.
You ever had that feeling where it's like, I've got an idea, but I just don't know if I can actually do it?
Give it a shot. You never know.
This world
I'm not
is
even
make
sure.
believe. You can do it.
I don't even know if, this,
You can try it.
the thought crosses
Do it.
Gray's mind, but it's the one thing that he truly doesn't have the willpower. Is there a gun?
You know that there's a gun in your nightstand.
I just want to make sure that it's accurate.
Oh, yeah. When you
Okay.
roll away from the small girl who's in between you, you pull out the drawer, and your sidearm is there. Not your recent one, but from this memory.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the gun,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll roll back over to her.
Okay. And she and the girl have, like, this concerned look on their faces.
I'm sorry, but this isn't real and I don't belong here. And I'm going to try...
You do, and more or a different bullet hole wherever you're aiming here penetrates her, and this vision starts to waver. And instead of that brightly lit day, you are now back at Dawn's house in this present day. It is nighttime, dead of night. The woman has disappeared. The girl is still there. And she, grabs you, and the visage fades, and it is Elpis again, and she says, "Why did you have to ruin it?"
I don't know why you keep stalking me. This is an unhealthy relationship, and I think it needs to end now.
It'll end soon enough. And she, pools down into the water and, ducks down into a vent.
Oh boy. Okay. I am running throughout the house, waking everybody up.
We're all in the same room.
No, we're in
No.
because he's a man.
No, but we're in the same room.
Yeah.
You don't have to run very far.
Yeah, you run basically across the hallway.
Run
and
across the hall.
We're all we're just hanging out in our pajamas,
Yeah.
doing each other's
Yep,
nails.
yep,
Just
sure.
Oh my
Listening to
God.
music, we got our hair up in scrunchies.
It's like the cover of the Go-Go.
Yeah.
We all just
Massive
bathed,
towels.
so our hair is not super big and fluffy right now.
Yep, yep.
We don't have makeup on.
Just masks.
Yes, yeah.
Fitz. What?
Whatever you
We're in Minnesota.
Right, yeah.
The phone ring.
Wait, what are you doing here?
I'm fully clothed.
I don't even have my bra on.
Doesn't matter. She's back. We need
Who's
to go.
back? I'm confused.
Elpis.
Well, did you
Did she stab you again?
She didn't. If the conversation went on longer, she probably would have tried.
Where's the gourd? Who grabbed it? It was in the present that Raphael gave us. Dude.
Raziel?
Raziel, thank you. Not Raphael. Raziel.
Different angel.
There was a
Who
turtle.
did you give it to?
It was a Christmas present. It just appeared under the tree. But who has it? Everyone dig through their shit.
I don't think that I grabbed it. It's not my gourd.
I mean, it.
Not gonna lie, I really would have expected one of y'all to have just taken it anyway.
Wait, let me look at my duffel bag.
Sure, there it is.
It's that thing right there. We're gonna need that.
Oh, if you don't like you hold it.
You're probably the best person to have it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And then after you
I don't
suck
know
her
what to
up,
do with
Olivia will
this.
suck you up.
You're the one who sucks elements.
You're the one that sucks.
Thank you. I do suck elements. You're right.
So after you suck her up with your gourd, Olivia will suck your gourd.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh boy. We're going there, folks.
Was that
And then she'll do the wet explosion.
right?
God damn.
Was that the correct order? Was it he has to absorb it and then I have to absorb it?
That's what has happened every other time. I mean,
I can't remember.
That's what Henry did. You know, she absorbed the rock thing, and then
Oh.
you absorbed her, and then you sucked up her rock. And
Right.
then you exploded.
Oh.
I think it was
You
a joint
had
effort.
the hard explosion.
Right. I think it was a joint effort. Like
Yeah.
we had to be like touching in some fashion.
Yeah.
So I just have to stay close to Greg.
Yeah, so after he sucks up the water into his gourd, you touch him, suck his gourd,
Sure.
have the wet explosion.
Have the wet explosion.
Yes.
God damn it.
and then
Name of the episode, The Wet Explosion.
Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
But anyway, but
Does that seem right, Gray? Does that seem like that would work?
Maybe
it's an idea. We will try it.
Okay,
and see
where
what
is she?
happens. Where'd
she
go?
went through a vent.
Okay, well,
I don't know where the vents in the house go.
probably to the basement, I
And
guess.
also to the other vents.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are we gonna
well,
have
we're-
to fight in an elemental in our jammies on Christmas? That's rude.
Is it so?
It's Christmas Eve yet.
Oh, okay. It hasn't hit midnight yet.
Oh, you can still do the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood that.
But don't put them near Elpis because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
A
water.
lot of
Water.
water.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wait for her to show up. I mean, she doesn't like you, so you could just hang out in here with us, and I'm sure she'll come fuck with you eventually. Just don't tell Don's dad. He seemed really adamant about us not working together.
He was probably worried that you're gonna,
Take advantage of his daughter.
or watch us
I
like
doubt that much.
do our hair and stuff.
Why would you do that?
I'm having a really hard time not.
It's at this moment you guys hear from the bathroom, you actually hear one of the, like a couple of the faucets turn on very slowly and start producing like really hot water.
Oh, we probably should investigate that.
I think Gray should go invest.
And you hear like,
Your dad's
a
still
finger.
down in his recliner, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he's not.
Okay.
you hear like a finger on mirror and then nothing.
Well,
Not it.
lead the way, Gray.
Yeah, go Gray.
I'm trying to respond to the keeper's questions.
Okay.
But you guys go into the bathroom.
No, Gray goes into the bathroom.
I follow
do.
him.
You guys,
Obviously, the gun is always up.
Yep. You guys go into the bathroom and see the bathroom has steamed up enough for there to have been a message etched out onto the mirror. And it says, bring Dad to the corn maze tomorrow night.
Wait,
Bring Dad
Who's
to the...
Dad?
Who's Dad?
are you Dad or is she
I
talking
just
about-
yell into the sink, Who's Dad?
Response.
What corn maze? Wait,
Is there just
why
one corn
is there
maze?
a corn maze in December?
Maybe it's really old. I mean,
Wait, is the? Do you have a field? Do your parent?
No,
Do
Eden
you
Prairie is
guys-
like a
You guys
suburb.
Yeah.
have like an annual corn maze in the fall that would still be up in December?
One does like catch your mind, and it's one of the ones that they would use to like it's a hay bale maze basically,
Okay.
or a straw bale maze out in let's see, Eden Prairie should be close enough to what's that? Shakopee, where they
would
would.
be like, yeah, there's one near like Valley Fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That they just
there's
keep up.
definitely one by Valley Fair.
Wait, what's Valley Fair? Is that a water park?
I know it's just an amusement park.
Can we-
I don't think it's wet. Could
can
be
we-
wet now. I
can
don't think
we-
it's wet back
What
there.
now?
It's freezing outside. Why would you want to go to a water park?
I want to go to the amusement park because when we were in Texas, nobody took me to the damn water park.
I mean,
I asked like 3 times, and I even asked to go see the giant ball twine.
it's
We never get to go do the sideshow things.
it's Christmas Day tomorrow.
Fuck sideshows.
I'm sure they're not open tomorrow.
I can break.
Why? We couldn't ride into the rides.
Fuck. Okay, we'll come back.
Sure, yeah, we can come back when the world's not at danger. And
Maybe the world will end in an amusement park so that we can actually ride a ride.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Hey! I yelled at the thing again. Hey! End the world at an amusement park, please!
We're gonna make you a water slide.
What if it's like a water dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Don't give it ideas.
What?
Don't give it ideas.
Just
You're on the wind. Damn it,
Dragon.
Danica.
Or it already dragon comes along.
Okay, so corn maze. So what is it? Wait, did it say when? Tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm.
Should we try and communicate with it and see which dad it's talking about?
I think we know which dad.
You think Dawn's dad?
No, because when Dawn and I first met the water elemental, we thought that it was Gray's daughter.
Oh, okay.
So
dad.
she understands the joke. She's a comedian. I like her.
Okay, sounds good.
Or she has a creepy obsession.
Or she has a creepy.
You would think she wouldn't have such a dry wit.
Right.
She's a water
Oh,
elemental.
Okay,
but also they did kidnap that little kid.
What kid?
The kid that we saved in the hourglass that turned out to be the water elemental that then stabbed Gray. You were unconscious for that part. The kid that we saved turned out to be the water elemental, and then she stabbed Gray and crashed our vehicle.
Elpis?
Yeah,
Elpis.
and
Yeah.
broke Henry's neck.
Elpis.
What?
Oh.
Elpis? That's how her name's pronounced.
So she said tomorrow night, so we can
Yeah,
go back, go to bed
sure.
now.
No, we haven't. We haven't really talked to her. Gray's been talking.
We have not said to her, you're into water sports, Elpis. We haven't said that to her.
No, we haven't. Yeah.
My job is, I'm fired.
No, you haven't.
That must be drinking too much.
Or not enough. Anyway.
So tomorrow night, that means we can go to bed tonight and get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. I heard a cat.
Do you have cat? Sure.
What's your cat's
I
name?
wish.
Right, yeah. Is it named Sabrina?
No.
Oh.
Salem, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Should we now?
Mickey.
Oh, Mickey.
Oh.
Mickey.
Oh.
His dog. His name is Mickey.
Oh, okay.
Or immortalized Mickey.
There we
I like
go.
it.
All right, so you have a cat, and you can pick its coloration, and its name is Mickey.
That would be black and white. That's Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
That's why we would have called it Mickey Mouse. He has a
Gotcha.
red collar.
Yeah. that makes
Okay.
sense. Does he have glove, paws?
Yeah, got little
There we go.
They're yellow for some reason. I don't know. I know they'd be white.
Yeah.
Oh, his shoes are white.
Yeah.
His shoes are yellow.
Yep.
All right. So what, are you guys gonna
Like,
Yes.
how you
go
ask
back
about
to
a cat,
bed
I was like,
now, or?
Yeah.
Wow,
we don't have
this
to
is
be there
Christian.
with-
You have met us. Like, that's my movie.
We haven't until tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
How far away is this place?
It's about like an hour and a half
Oh,
drive.
see, that's fine. Let's just go to bed.
It's like 15,
We're
Are you afraid?
15 minutes.
You're
I was
afraid
like,
of
yeah,
the
it's not much.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did this in Minneapolis. 30 minutes.
Or I can come stay with you so that the big mean water monster doesn't attack you in the middle.
I'm not sure that you being there is going to change any of that.
It probably won't, but at least you won't be afraid.
I think I'll be okay.
He's got his guns. He can't take guns.
Did your gun help? Did it? Ask me honestly, Gray. Did it help you from getting stabbed? You frozen to a light post last time?
Well, I didn't have the gun on me.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it was in your pocket.
Yeah, not in my hand where it should have been.
You gonna sleep with the gun in your hand?
I might.
That's what I do.
All right. Well, if you feel safe, then get the fuck out of here. This is a girl's room.
My mask is starting to burn.
Oh, that's not good.
So you should go watch that. You should watch that. You should wash it off. Make sure the water's not on hot still.
Yeah.
Good idea.
All right. So yeah, you guys eventually get to sleep. And the next morning, you guys are all kind of greeted to the sound of somebody in the kitchen, like banging pans around and something cooking.
Does it smell like burnt or
Almost. Definitely a thoroughly cooked bacon.
I like cooked bacon.
Exudes the air. Maybe some other things as well. Your dad's
pancakes.
yeah. Your dad's not much of a cook, but breakfast is something he can manage. So
Easily.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, eggs over easy.
Oh, gross.
Uh,
I love eggs.
You know, you do.
Put my head down to my legs.
Sure.
Wow.
but anyway, you guys all gather downstairs, and your dad has cooked a big pan of scrambled eggs with cheese and some pancakes, bacon, and toast for you guys. So he looks a lot more sober than and alive, I guess, if you will. Like, he actually showered last night or this morning at some point in time. He's got clean clothes on.
Has, like, refreshed him. And, like,
Yep, exactly.
I'd like probably go up and like hug him and like give him a kiss and be like, "I love you, Dad." And like try to like lose his ego.
And he will definitely be like, "Oh, thank you. I thought it would probably be a good thing to clean up and get you guys some breakfast. So I went out and I don't know how long you guys are staying. So I bought some groceries for meals later. And since it's Christmas Day and
We'll
and
be here through lunch at least. And then Don was telling us about a really cool corn maze we're gonna go look at.
I thought it was closed on Christmas Day, but okay.
It's a special event. Kind of the reason why we came into town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a special.
I know, right?
It's a special Christmas.
No, Matt is laughing, not Olivia.
So he is like, oh, okay. But yeah, I thought I'd cook lunch, and I know it's not much, but and he kind of points into the living room, and you see now that there are actual like hastily wrapped presents under the tree. It looks like he has wrapped them in just like newspaper, small boxes in newspaper for everyone here. So,
Well, you're gonna have to do.
You guys really made my day. So, thank you.
I just run up and give him a very large hug.
And he accepts and like almost has to turn away from you as he's like getting a lot of attention from everybody.
Yes,
So,
yes. I like your daddy. Not my daddy.
Yeah, your dad's crazy.
Literally.
Yeah, right.
So you.
My dad'd be like, I didn't vote for him.
But I did.
Well, it's getting sick.
Right.
You
I
guys.
did, but that's before I knew.
Right.
He's like, go in. I almost have food done. I'll have it on the table here in a second. Go ahead and open your presents, and so you guys go in and unwrap your presents, and they're just like random things that he has grabbed from the gas station, like a shirt, a shot glass, a ball cap,
Oh, right for a chain.
Yeah.
keychains.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she's like, oh, a keychain!
Yeah.
I need to start a keychain collection.
Mr. Gray, you get one too. It's actually like
A newspaper. With your name highlighted on it.
Like,
Sorry.
you're a wanted man.
it's a like a can of like or a 6-pack of beer from the local area here. So
Okay.
yep. It's a local Minnesota brew. So he.
Like Surly? I don't know when Surly came
Oh,
out.
I
Is
have no
Surly
idea.
Minnesota beer?
I know ham isn't
Yeah, but it's like
Ham.
new.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't know when
Yeah.
it came around, but
He's
This one, though.
he's in the
Can't
kitchen
remember right
though, and he's just finishing up cooking eggs, and the TV has been on in this room, and all of a sudden there is a special news report that pops up with the infographic and everything, and it says Minnesota officials are part of a national manhunt today looking for ex-CIA fugitive and possible kidnapper Raymond Grayson. And you see as a picture, an old picture of Gray
I just,
pops
look
up.
at Gray like, that's you on TV!
Are you surprised?
No.
What? You're acting surprised.
Raymond?
Raymond
I
Grayson.
think Don would say, Raymond? I hate you.
I mean, it makes sense.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, it makes sense why he goes by Gray. I mean,
Yeah.
Raymond.
I mean, like obviously I know Mr. Gray's like,
Do you think he goes by Ray Gray?
whatever. Oh, do you go by Ray
Can we
Gray?
call you Ray
Can we
Gray?
call you Ray Gray?
You're so Ray Gray.
What you're getting from this whole conversation is that we're okay with this.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
You got me so Ray Gray.
The report continues, and it names off like all of the people that had actually been like all the ones the demons had killed in the neighborhood, as he is a suspect for their murder and the kidnapping of a small child named Kelly Emerson.
Does Kelly, just by looking at her picture, does she look anything like
Looks
him?
like the girl that was in the hourglass.
Okay, but does she look like him? Like, looking at her picture and being able to look directly at him, is there any familial
Go ahead, roll me an investigate mystery.
Sounds good. I don't know my sharpest. I'll take that up. That's a 5 plus 1, so 6. That's a failure.
Yeah, you look at this and you see.
That's a point. Yeah,
It is a point.
I don't know.
You look at this and you see. You try to pick out family resemblance, but it doesn't really seem like you're able to pinpoint, like, just from this picture of the small girl, any kind of familiar.
Was it? What was it? Kelsey? Kelly?
Kelly Emerson.
So I have a lot of questions. But first of all, it's cool. It's cool. This is all cool. Just so you know, I'm not going to call cops on him. Right, guys? Ladies?
Like, it's not a lie, right?
Right? We're not going to call cops on him?
I mean, he didn't kill any of those people. Obviously, the
Well,
demons
yeah,
did.
but like he's a wanted ex-CIA fugitive. I imagine that he's done other bad things. Would he be ex? How did you get kicked out of the CIA?
Well, that I would necessarily say got kicked out. I never received any official documentation on that, but
Okay, well,
I certainly made my exit.
what did you do to make your exit?
I sold information.
To like the bad guys? To what they would consider the bad guys? Like the communists.
I wouldn't say
The
that.
Red Scare,
right?
So cold in
Right?
this war.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, nothing to them. They don't actually pay very well at all, to be honest.
What? Why would they not pay very well?
No, the Russians don't. You have to see sold it to the Chinese.
Oh.
I didn't sell it to any nation, actually.
Just like a random person on the street, you just like, hey, you.
I sold it to private organizations that actually pay for valuable information.
Like the Shadow Rose?
Yeah, like my daddy? Wait, why would he need
Sure.
to sell information? My daddy's part of it. Well, I guess he would know the shit the CIA knows.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what your dad knows.
So what you're saying is you fucked with the wrong crowd of people.
Well,
yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm offended.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't think I could say that I'm the one who fucked with the wrong person or people.
So how come all
Put
of
it
this?
the other way around.
How come all of this is being blamed on you right now? You didn't kill those people. They slit their own throats. We watched it happen.
Well, I don't know if you really noticed, but given that your father is a prominent member of the government, I'm sure you would have realized by now that they always need a scapegoat.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't know how you and him are tied together. He gave you that letter, but you wouldn't tell me what was in it. You got hired to kill somebody that he worked with, and I didn't know about that either.
Well, your father and me were businessmen. I have services that clearly he wanted.
But not anymore. Right? Like, you're not still working for him, because I can't like you if you're still working for him. Killed my brother. Kind of. He's directly
Well,
responsible
I never did
for it.
accept what he... Or I never even talked to him about that letter. So I can't say that I was working for him under that. But I may have taken previous contracts, and I may also have decided that they weren't worth the effort. Unfortunately, your father's a really hard man to kill.
Yeah. It's that whole supernatural.
Oh, she said the show.
In the old, lots of different aliases. Hill.
Who wants eggs?
I like hear him come in and I like turn the TV off.
Okay.
We got a clapper. You just clap.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Eggs sound delicious.
And he's like in an apron, with the spatula and the
This is a
pan.
kiss to cook.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, he's got the table set. He apparently went and got groceries, so there's orange juice, there's milk, there's toast, there's bacon, there's eggs. Pretty basic breakfast, but made with love.
I can't tell you the last time.
I can't tell you the last time I cooked a home cooked meal.
Today.
Yeah.
For both of us. I like give him a little fist bump.
What is that?
Just like,
Oh, fancy.
Is that something new the
High
kids
five.
are doing? And he like high fives you.
Stop trying to make fist bumps happen over
Yeah.
at work.
I don't think those are around yet.
maybe, I don't know. I'm from the 80s.
I like to pretend you gave him like that up high, down low.
Yeah.
Or too slow. Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
for us to see it a little more.
Oh, that's so sad.
So yeah, you guys have an awesome breakfast. Your afternoon is yours to do what you will.
Oh, I find the channel that is inevitably showing It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, God.
Oh, sure. On rerun.
The bell rings. Olivia gets her wings.
Oh. That's accurate.
We making jokes about this now?
I mean, that's all we can do.
What else are you going to do?
That's true. Is it too soon to make jokes about Gray's situation yet?
Yeah, great. We already did
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I really hope that Henry's okay
Oh, yeah.
on this Christmas.
Do you want me to check on her? I can scry and see.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Maybe we should.
I don't know that that's a good idea anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true.
it's different. It's different because it's. I mean, I can probably still do magic. I just can't use telepathy because that's probably a no.
That means that you can play I Spy again. You're allowed to play I Spy again.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I definitely did cheat. So.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I banned you from playing.
I mean, I can. Would you prefer if Dawn did it?
No, you can do it. You can do it. You're more connected.
Okay. Well, I will try and scry on Henrietta and see how she's doing.
Okay.
So I'll just use magic. It's 8 plus 3, so 11.
11. Yep. So
Observe another place or time, I guess.
you concentrate on Henrietta, and your consciousness slips from your body, and you travel over vast amounts of land back to the greenhouse, and you see Lotus as she is sitting in one of the corners of the greenhouse itself, having herself a cup of tea, legs crossed, and she's got her gramophone playing, and you see where you had laid Henrietta's body, and there is a white sheet over it, minus everything but like one slit in the sheet itself where it seems to allow her to see like the spinal area. And you see it looks like she's sutured or started to suture certain things together, and she might just be taking a break right now. Mm-hmm. But it looks like work is happening on Henrietta. She's hooked up to a number of monitoring devices, and you hear the steady beat of a heartbeat monitor. And you're like, okay, so she's alive, and she's getting work done. Just as your consciousness is about to draw back to your body, the heartbeat monitor spikes and spikes again. And you see as the body underneath the sheet, where it had been laying on the side, it goes flat, all of a sudden. And then you just see it arch up, from the chest, and you, hear nails digging into the wood of the table itself. And you hear a deep breath and a low growl, and you're like, wait, no, I didn't need the spell to end, and it pulls you back.
Well, Henrietta seems great. She is healing up swell.
Are you sweating?
A little.
Can I do a inside check on that?
Read a bad situation.
Yeah, go ahead and read me a bad situation.
There's only a 7.
It's still hold 1.
Okay.
So you can ask a question to me about what is happening with Olivia. Any question?
Can I tell? Maybe I feel like I know she's not. Can I tell why she's hiding the truth? Maybe,
mm-hmm.
or her motivation.
But you're trying to sense whether she's actually telling you the truth or not.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I know she's you would probably know the way she said it, but I want to be why is there a motivation by why she's not saying?
I don't know if you can tell the motivation from just looking, but she is definitely trying to hide whatever she just saw.
She's okay.
She looked like she was having work done to her, and her heart was beating, and there was something that happened towards the end. I don't know what it was. I'm not as versed in the healing stuff as you are.
Well, describe it. I can maybe tell you.
It almost seemed like she had like a seizure or something. Like she seized up on the table, and did I see Mrs. Sabaro? Did she react at all to?
She just sat there and sipped her tea and was humming along with the music. Like everything was A-okay.
Mrs. Sabaro, she reacted at all. It was very weird. I mean, as far as we know, she's in great hands and she'll be healed.
Could this be part of the procedure? I don't know a lot about medical magic plants and stuff.
Me neither.
Just trust them.
I guess.
They'll come back to us.
That's all we can do, right?
It's just good to hear that her heart beats.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
still alive. That's important.
Right.
So yeah, what else are you guys doing with your
When
afternoon?
her body's moving, that means she's not paralyzed. That's also good.
Right. So I just took because I leveled up, I took a premonition. So would you consider this to be start of a mystery, or would you consider this to be in the middle of a mystery?
Depends on what
We
mystery are you talking about.
Do we want to try and figure out more about this Elpis thing?
We should probably talk about what we're going to do, because we know that this is going to be a big old trap.
Right, and we know we need to find the rest of these. So maybe we should figure out where the next one is. So we have.
I already talked to Ever and asked him to start looking for the next one. He went Ever, ew.
Which one is the next one? Where are we going next?
We don't know yet. He's going to look and see which one he can find.
Okay.
There's quite a few more.
I think something.
Oh, mine's beard.
Oh, because we got the gourd. What else? I have them lit.
I mean, I can check up on him. Let me call. Give me your phone. Wait, do you have a landline?
Yeah. We also have a party line. We can have 3 with Holly.
Well, I just wanted to call Mom and tell her Merry Christmas, but also see what if Ever has any leads on anything. I just talked a couple days ago.
Yeah, there's one upstairs that might be a little quieter.
Okay.
There's a cordless.
I'll grab the cordless and
Is it the one where it pulls out this long ass
It's the
antenna?
Zach Morris cordless.
I grab the cordless and I go, and then I go upstairs.
Because we need.
You gotta do it with your teeth, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember doing that.
Because we need the brass vase, right? For the wind one. We haven't got the wind one yet.
Mm-hmm.
We did the fire, and we did the earth. We need the 7-star key. We don't have that one either for the soul gem. Or for soul elemental. I guess that's another one we gotta find.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know you have that.
I know.
While I go up, and do some calling, is there anything any of y'all want me to ask Ever to look for? Besides is there anything you want me to ask them?
Maybe
Check up on for us?
learn more about Nephilim.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah,
be
we can
good
do
to
that.
know.
Is this a secure line?
In U.S. West. It's like Ma Bell.
Okay,
It's just like a phone company.
We'll
Oh,
figure it. I'll
It's like saying
tell it to
It's
them.
like equivalent to saying like I have MCI.
I'll tell it
Yeah.
to them in Gaelic.
Try to think about the long distance. Remember the
Is
long
there a
distance
word in
commercials?
Gaelic?
Are you
For
sending
Nephilim?
the long distance for 3 cents a minute? Oh.
You could call collect.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes me think. I got rid of my phone. Your friends don't like you anymore. Should you also consider getting rid of your phone?
I have no concern with that.
I have concern with them trying to kill us. Also, if my daddy knows that I'm with you, he could find me through your phone, right? I'm concerned that I had my phone. I get to be concerned now, too.
Yeah, you're on the run. You gotta make sure anything that can trace you.
Yeah, no credit cards, no money, no
Did we
phone.
give him a makeover?
Oh my gosh.
When have you seen me use a credit card?
Yeah, you use cash for everything.
That's fair. No phone. Mr. Gray. It's dangerous to have a cell phone now.
They don't have the tracking yet.
Why do we even get rid of my cell phone?
That's a good question. Did you just not want her to have it?
Still check call records pinging off of antennas.
Probably.
Call records are
It
still
was
a thing.
more that he gave it to you personally, so it was likely that he had bugged the phone.
Oh, that's possible.
The same way he probably would have had that credit card set up so that anytime you made a purchase, he would get some sort of notification from the bank.
I'm gonna shoot your phone.
Toss in the air to shoot it. Do it.
You walk upstairs with pull the antenna out. Okay, then you all have anything for me to ask him.
Nephilim, and then the brass vase, and the...
And any of the other items, yeah.
I think it's just 2.
Yeah, and then...
Because we have air and soul, and we're doing the water one already. We did ours.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I go upstairs and make a call.
All right. So you call the base, and you get the familiar tones of Ever's music playing at the beginning. And it takes a while, but a voice comes on and is like, "Merry Christmas, this is the bunker."
Ever?
Yeah.
Are you drunk?
Maybe.
Are you old enough to even drink
Maybe.
Is there a
Your
sober...
mom made some really good eggnog.
Of course she did. You should stop drinking that. She puts a lot of rum in it.
Is that what's
Yeah, Ever, that's what's in it.
I thought it was just eggs and milk and sugar.
That's part of it.
Oh,
But then, like, a whole bottle of rum.
Oh no.
How much did you drink, Ever?
I've had like 3 cups.
That's it?
He's probably lightweight.
Okay, how drunk are you?
How drunk are you?
I want you to solve this math problem for me, alright? Are you ready?
All right.
6 times 7.
14.
Could you please put a sober adult on the line? I don't care who it is. Just give me to anyone in the bunker.
You hear him be like, "Susie, I don't know where your mom's at. She just made a lot of liquor and then she left."
She left?
No, I wasn't supposed to tell you.
You weren't supposed to tell me? Is there anybody else in the bunker with you right now?
There's Biddy.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I know Biddy mentioned somebody else was on their way when we left.
Oh,
Yeah, when we left, they said that somebody else was on the way.
Oh, I don't know. It's just me and Biddy.
Yeah, I talked to
And Biddy. And Biddy.
Please give me to one of the Biddies. I have a preference toward librarian Biddy.
So you hear him kind of giggling, and he's like, "Hey, Biddy, it's for you." And you hear the familiar Irish accents of Biddy come on, and she says, "How can I help you, my dear?"
Where the hell did Mom all go?
Well, I mean, she's not a prisoner here.
I know, I just wonder when.
Don't know. She didn't tell me.
Okay, well, you just sober up my boy. He's, he's like on the winds.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, it's Christmas, it's Yule, so I allowed him to have a day off. But
Okay, well,
he's
when
been doing a lot of work here.
Has he found out anything? I was gonna ask him, but I don't think that he could answer me straight.
I don't think he could. No, I'm sorry.
Is this librarian Biddy?
It can be.
What do you have
That
in your
sounds
library
sexy.
about?
Oh, that's a very touchy subject.
Yeah.
And you hear her pulling out a couple of books, and she says, "I mean, not much is known about them. The angels don't really let them live very long, obviously. But they are the offspring of an angel and a human, and they are very powerful if left to their own devices. And sometimes, if they get over emotional, they can cause quite a bit of damage."
How would you keep one from being emotional when they're, say, a 19-year-old with mommy issues
And daddy
and
issue.
daddy issues? Hypothetically speaking.
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never met a Nephilim.
Okay.
Like I said, there's just not enough. There's not enough on them. Any Nephilim that is found by angels is usually slaughtered right away.
Right. So, also in your library, do you have any books on how to, say, kill an angel?
Well, the only really known way is to slay them with their own blades.
Do you have one of those in storage?
No, it's not every day you run across an angel, and with the exception of Raziel,
Yeah, we've met him.
I
should get him a Christmas. Or like
They didn't
teaching.
celebrate Christmas, really.
I don't know.
Right.
Isn't it their holiday?
isn't that kind of something they should do?
Maybe. Maybe
Okay.
they're like, that's about me.
So, like,
What about...
Yeah, I don't think they like Jesus, do they?
Okay,
Maybe.
cool. Well, I guess that's all I really had for questions.
Well,
I'm not there. I can't tell you.
enjoy your Christmas, dear. Tell everyone hi from us.
Thanks, Merry Christmas, Biddy, and Merry Christmas to Ever, too. Make sure he drinks water. Lots of water.
We'll take care of him, dear. And you hear the line hang up on the other side.
As soon as you come down, I'm assuming you come down.
Yeah.
I will ask. So where's this brass face that we need to go next?
Ever is fucking toasted on Mama's crooked eggnog.
Okay.
So
And Biddy couldn't help you?
Biddy said he's been doing research, but she gave him a break.
Good to
I don't
know.
think that he had any. I mean, I just called him 2 days
Is that
ago.
what all that yelling was about?
Oh, yelling?
You were yelling a little bit.
Mama left a comment.
Good to know.
Oh.
I don't blame her.
And Ever said I wasn't supposed to know about that.
I mean,
He was drunk. Also, your problem? I need you to not get emotional ever.
oh, I'm sure
You
that's
need
gonna be
to-
super
Because you could cause a lot
easy.
of damage if you do. So you just need to keep a calm
Mm.
mind. Be peaceful. Maybe pick up some like meditation.
Sure. Yeah, I love you.
Or
But
weed.
what? Weed? You got weed?
Don't you?
What? No. Of course not.
Later.
My friend.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Just try to keep calm is what I'm saying. That's what they said that you're whatever you are. The word that must not be mentioned
Yes.
tend to cause a lot of damage if they have heightened emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we don't have an angel stabber in storage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will definitely need one of those to defend
It's
myself.
usually the only way to get one from said angel.
I mean, Raziel wouldn't give me his.
Yeah, so just so you're aware that I asked.
Did you ask how we might acquire one from an angel?
She said they don't really like to share or give them up.
I mean, why would they?
Right, so
Because
if we
it's the
have
one
to
thing
take it...
This is the one thing that can kill them. So
I mean, we could. If you really want to start shit with an angel, I guess we can summon one and trap it and steal it
or
from
we
them.
could just find one and like steal it from.
I mean, I know of one that is hunting me. We could. It'd be really stupid to summon him here. And then,
I don't want to summon him, and we just like run out to him in the wild. Maybe we pull a 1-2 sneakaroo on him and steal it.
I mean, we can try and scry on him, I guess.
No, I wouldn't do that. He might know that you're scrying.
How are we going to just stumble upon him in the wild?
We'll figure. You know what? We will deal with that when it comes to pass.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I know, but today we're hunting elementals.
Did you hear anything about Elpis? Like, what we're supposed to expect, or...
Water. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Water
You
it
didn't
is.
tell me to ask about Elpis.
You know that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, but that's kind of an us figuring that out thing.
I don't know. I don't know what your friends can do.
Back in the day, Bobby gave us some information about the mall and kind of what they could do.
Bobby.
Give him a jingle.
I mean, I don't know. Wait, I do know his number.
You do. You know it. I don't want to talk to Bobby, not it.
Not it. You know Bobby.
Do I?
I think you were with us when we went and met him.
Actually, the only person here who knows Bobby from before, like we just met him,
is
Gray.
I think Gray, yeah, would probably be the best person to talk to.
No, I'm not totally sure about that, but I can give him a call.
Do you think he would answer if you called or if I called?
I don't think he'll know who's calling if I call from the landline.
Okay, that's fair. Do you think he'll hang up on you?
I guess we can find out.
Okay. Well, his number is 555-214-6925.
That's not at all a
That's
number in South
too
Dakota.
many numbers.
I'm just go along with it, guys. It's a number. It's a made up number. Who cares?
So are you calling Bobby Gray?
Yeah.
Okay. So you dial Bobby's number, and he picks up. Bobby Singer, what do you want?
That's pleasant. We need some information on elementals, particularly water.
Who's this?
I like you don't introduce yourself.
Old friend. Look, just don't hang up. It's great.
Ray.
You're in a lot of trouble.
When am I not in a lot of trouble?
Have you seen the most recent reports?
As I turn the news back on, see what's new.
You can hear Bobby from this phone.
Yeah. Are there new things?
I've seen some of it.
It was a wild car chase we weren't a part of.
Is there anything in particular you think that is important I may have missed?
They're elementals. I don't know.
I thought you were still talking about the news thing. Anyway, okay, you don't know anything about the elementals? About, like, how we might fight a water elemental?
I don't know.
Who...
Get a flamethrower.
Okay, I'm talking, like, practical things that I would not have already thought of, Bobby.
You trying to freeze it?
And he's like,
I'll also tell you, freezing does not work. She used that on me the other night.
Oh, that was a comment.
I don't know. Put her in a jar or something.
We have Gourd. We have Gourd, Bobby.
Who the hell is that?
It's Danny. It's Danica.
She used the one with the rocker jacket.
I brought you the booze from last time. Remember?
You're just like talking over his shoulder.
I gave the little one a giraffe that had some shards of glass picked out of it.
And you hear this silence on the other end, and just the whisper, "Midgets."
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
I understand the pain. I live it every day. This is not my life.
This is not my life. Maybe
Craig accepted it.
Yes.
I am an internationally wanted criminal, and I am traveling the country with
a bunch of
and
girls.
a bunch of women who are questionably adolescent.
A senator's daughter, first of all. Well, that's dangerous.
He's a shit senator. It's fine. He's probably the one who tried to kill me.
Are you talking about my daddy? He's tried to kill me too. It's fine.
He says, I don't know. I'd have to do some looking.
Well, if you find anything, call me back at this number.
At what number?
Do you have a pen?
Yeah, that's why I asked.
555-0352.
You have to add an extra number because it's fantasy phone.
You hear him scribble down the number, and he says, maybe I'll call you back, maybe I won't. And he
Merry Christmas!
hangs up the phone.
Well, I don't think I'll hear back from him. So,
What did you do to him? Make him hate you so much.
he hates everybody.
That's accurate. He hates Henry. I don't know.
I love Henry, but
You should have loved once.
but she's.
Wait, did
Oh yeah, there was
That's
that.
canon.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot.
canon,
Yeah,
that's
they
canon.
slept together. Yeah.
I love Henry, but she's a little coarse.
I mean, you don't have to tell me things about her. I mean,
I'm just informing you that I understand why he wouldn't like her.
this is my surprise face.
And I like Gray and all,
It
but
looks
he's
the same.
also
You're talking about him as he's in the room.
yeah,
Right.
he knows. I like you. You're coarse as hell.
I'm used to it. I'm very callous. Numb. I'm numb to it.
So it is getting later in the evening.
We should probably go to that
And
corn maze.
lunchtime, Don, your father actually makes a meal. He makes some mac and cheese and some hot dogs.
Right.
That sounds
Fuck,
delicious. I love this.
yeah, let's go.
You remembered.
So I mean, it's a bachelor meal, but he's cooking for his daughter,
It's not
the kid that
Right.
the small girl that he remembers, not the adult woman that's standing in front of him. So, but he's like, "Are you guys are you leaving tonight, or are you coming back?"
We don't know yet.
We will do our best to come back and
Yeah.
say goodbye.
Yeah.
All right.
But do we need to do anything else before we get to the corn maze? You're driving, right? Or are you
I
navigating?
know the way, and I usually drive.
It's fair.
You guys don't drive in snow, do you?
No. Well, I have. I don't like it.
I have never even, honestly, I've never driven in snow at all, and I'm fascinated by all the snow. I want to go make a change in the earth.
Just push Olivia in the snow, and then you made a snow angel.
Oh.
Good
Uh,
tonight.
Yeah,
We
weird.
joke. You're in a lot of danger.
I'm in danger.
So you guys, before you head out, there's one more thing that Don's father has prepared for you, and that is winter coat and mittens.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He's like, I don't know if I got the sizes right, but here you are. And he's got, like, for the girls, he's got, the puffy jackets with the fur on it,
Yeah.
and the mittens for you, Gray. He's just got a bigger, like, trench coat.
Okay.
Some leather gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Not a starter jacket.
I was like
Seems-
the only one I think that actually had a coat
Right.
when we came here.
I had a leather jacket.
But now you have a winter jacket. Because it is
Now
cold
you
here.
won't die here.
From the cold.
Yeah, you
I
you
feel
might
so
still
puffy.
die.
Can I try and try and use the premonition? It's
Yeah.
supposed to use get a detailed vision of something bad that is yet to happen. And depending on
Are
how
we
well
at the
I roll.
beginning of a mystery? I have things I can
Yep.
do too.
So this will be the beginning of the mystery. So if
Okay.
you got things to use at the beginning of the mystery.
It has to say it on each special.
I don't think I have that.
I ain't got shit. I ain't no
And then
magic.
you have like
Some
magic
do,
on
some
top and
don't.
stuff.
Oh, I can look at what the future holds.
Oh, there you go.
Look at you.
Isn't that basically the premonition?
Probably, but I rolled really
Mine's
poorly.
called Fortunes.
I only rolled a 6, so on a miss, I get a vision of something bad happening to you, and the keeper holds 3 to be spent 1 for 1 as penalties to roll on rolls that you make.
Oh,
There you go.
fancy. You do get a vision, Olivia. You are walking in a maze, and it looks like the snow has covered the hay bales here in this maze, and you are walking alone. You enter a larger area, and you catch sight of Danica, and she is like down on a knee, and she has a figure behind her, and you look and you see Henrietta with a smile on her face as she just
I'm your friend. We're friends.
What the?
you snap back.
My turn.
I think that's the moody stuff you're not supposed to be doing. Are you okay?
I just hope that I saw something that doesn't happen.
Doesn't your thing show you what's going to happen, though?
It shows me what can happen, not what will happen.
So what can happen?
Danica dies.
What now?
By Henrietta.
Oh.
How would she betray me? She's my best friend in the whole world now.
I don't know.
She let me call her Henry.
I don't know.
Is this because of the plane thing?
She's obviously so mad about that. You should really apologize.
I didn't mean it.
You know, I really didn't know her to be one to carry a grudge that long. But
Just drop it. It's not going to happen. It's fine.
Should I get her flowers?
It's fine.
You're getting angry. You need to calm down. You might blow up again.
I'm fine.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so I have this thing called
Don't carry
Fortunes.
a grudge that long.
The sect has ancient prophecies or divination techniques to predict the future. Once per mystery, I may use them. I can look at what the future holds. So I roll weird, and on a 10 plus I hold 3, on a 7 9 I hold 1. On a miss I get bad information. The keeper decides how that affects you. Spend your hold to have a useful object ready, be somewhere you were needed just in time, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter, retroactively warn someone about an attack who doesn't have.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Roll
12.
12. So what do you have? Hold
3.
3. Nice.
I would like to have a useful object ready, be somewhere I'm needed just in time. I have to pick up now. Be somewhere I'm needed just in time.
No, these are holds that you can
that I can
use later on.
Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna keep the fact that I have it. I'm gonna write down that I have a hold 3.
Yep, because I have a hold 3 for Olivia.
You're welcome. Glad I picked that just now. And it's gonna backfire.
Oh, but also,
You could just give everybody, except for one person, a +1.
I don't think that's how hers works.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
you can give it-
it's a divination technique to predict the future, and I get to use these things to predict the future. So I don't know if I get a vision or if I just get these things to be helpful because I saw things.
You do get visions that will help you with your holds later on.
Okay.
So
You'll
if
just
something
tell me- You'll
happens,
just tell me, okay.
well, if something happens, you'll be like, "Oh, I want to have
I
a
don't-
useful item at the ready."
like this one retroactively warns someone about it. So if in game, say Olivia gets fucked up, I can instead be like, no, I actually want to tell her that that's going to happen, so it doesn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Cool.
Okay. Cool, that's fun.
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey. Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what did you do?
Earthquake? I didn't do anything.
That was you.
That
I didn't touch it.
I'm too far away from them.
Did you
I also
transform-
have another thing that I can do with my
camera.
sec,
Oh,
but I
that's
kind of
fine.
already did that because I can get information from them.
Yeah, you've already
But
used.
I
Is the camera
technically have
okay?
already done
We
it.
good?
Yeah, it's
So, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, remember you have the whole 3 because
I
you
wrote that
will be
down.
responsible
That
for
will
it.
be useful for me.
So I'll look at
Oh,
myself.
and I also have my fun,
Vain.
Excalibur weapon with Arthur.
Right, yep. Don't forget you have him.
Dude.
So, Don, you are driving the gang out towards this maze in Shakopee. It is getting darker in the evening, and while this is in the cities, it seems fairly quiet for Christmas night. Seems like everybody's not visiting this. It's not open by any means as you guys pull up, so it's not an attraction. You guys aren't drawing any attention. Traffic is to a minimum when you get here, and it seems like there's not a soul for a long time. On your drive here, the snow picks up quite a bit. So when you get to the maze, it seems like the snow has piled up on the bales where normally they would be normal human heights. The snow has piled up and made it seem even taller than what it is. You guys pull up to the entrance, and there are 3 entrances to the maze.
Are we just gonna go all together as one, or are we just gonna?
I think that it would be best if we did not.
Well, I wasn't gonna leave your side, so I mean, yeah, I agree. We probably should not split up, but there's 3 entrances. We have no idea where this.
Just take this.
Okay.
You got a gut feeling on which one?
I mean, we can try maybe look around the area, maybe see if there's been a lot of water in one direction or something.
There's water everywhere.
No, I mean like footprints, like some watery footprints or something. She's a water.
You look at the beginning of this, and the snow has covered up any foot tracks that have been around the area. So
Is there
you
like
guys
a
are
kiosk with a map of?
no.
Of course not. That'd be too easy.
There's a stand, like a podium that you can pay a person that would be standing there to go into the maze, and there is a gate at each of the entrances, but it's just like farm gates.
Mm-hmm.
You can climb over them easy enough.
I
We've
think
done this
that.
before, but I think they change it every year.
I also think that she wants us here, so she'll find us happy.
Probably.
What do you think?
That's the best thing. There really isn't anything else that you can do with magic that might track it. We could just skip right through the walls.
You really need to learn magic, Gray, and stop relying on us all the time.
Stop relying on that
Can I-
magic.
Can I try and read a bad situation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think we could just burn a hole through the maze?
I mean, that's an idea.
Is this?
Oh, that's real bad. That's a 4.
A 4.
I would
So
like
that's a
to.
failure.
Yeah.
You get experience.
Yeah, I'm rolling real poorly tonight.
I would like to. Instead of doing what Gray asked me to do, I would like to instead touch the tip of his gun.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
I'm sure he has it out.
Just the tip.
Just the
Just
tip, and I'm gonna try to enchant it.
Okay.
So that it does magical.
Go ahead
damage.
and use some magic then.
11.
11 is
So you get a +1 to your gun, and it also does magic.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I done it before. Because I have a magical weapon, but I don't think that you do.
Right.
Plus fire. Can't hit. It's just magic.
Yep.
Usually there's like a center of the maze. Do you think that?
Probably.
You can try to observe it. But
I mean-
magic, I can think of it. Maybe you can too.
Well, if there's a center, why don't we just
I was just thinking we just
walk through it?
Or just burn a hole and just keep going.
Can't we just tunnel through?
We probably can.
Just walk through it. We don't really have to burn it down.
I mean,
Like-
it's just
corn.
It's just corn. It's not even corn. It's just hay
Sorry,
bales.
It's bales.
It's
Bales
strawberries.
with a bunch of snow on
I
it.
think we just follow them. I mean, children do this. We can figure out a maze.
I don't know. Have you seen us?
Gray can figure it out.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
You do, Gray.
Lead the way. We'll follow you.
I'll make my way through then.
Okay, so which path are you taking?
Out of the 3 entrances?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that we stopped by the second one because that's what Danica originally said, so
Okay,
I'll
so-
just go through here.
Take the center one. All right. This one definitely has the widest of entrances there. So you guys can go about 2 shoulder to shoulder without being uncomfortable here, and it leads decently far back, like straight back for a time before it comes to like this T intersection. And there is a choice to go either left or right.
Oh, I don't know. Do we need to draw this map?
I have a map, but I'm not giving it to you because it's my map.
I just didn't
So
know
yeah,
how-
somebody might want to draw them.
I didn't know how complicated it needed to be.
Okay, hold on. Start over. There's 3 entrances.
Yep, and you guys are taking the middle one.
Are they 3 entrances in the front? Like you come up and it's
Yeah, it's like one way off to the far left, one in the middle, one far right. So this
Okay.
maze is of a decent size.
Okay, so we went in the middle one, and it came to a T intersection, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're going left or right?
Just
To the left?
go, yeah.
Okay. Or we're going from the left?
Okay, so as you guys get to this intersection, there is a crackling of magic. And you look behind you and you see that the entrance, there is this wall of ice that is forming its way up.
Oh, what the right way?
Yep.
And over top, you now see this icy dome start to cover the maze itself.
Okay, cool.
And the snow itself starts to have this sheen on it on the walls. And you touch it, and it's solid ice.
Oh, so she doesn't want us going through the maze. She wants us to actually go through the maze. I'm following.
Okay.
No, I thought this would be fun, but it is cold.
I'm sure it's like an iceberg in here. Just like or maybe like an igloo where it keeps the warm in.
Maybe.
It's just surrounded by ice.
Y'all got your winter
Could
jacket.
Dawn like cause like flames to be on her hand, just like some of it just like as like a heater,
Yeah,
like just a little bit of light,
a little bit of light, a little bit of warm.
just
Sure,
like
that's a good idea.
patio heater.
So you do that, and it definitely shines off of the mirrored surfaces of the maze here itself.
Right.
Probably gives us some light too, because isn't it nighttime?
Yes.
It is, but there is this bluish glow here in the maze that is being given off by this ice. So there is very minimal light here, but now with the flame in your hands, there is quite a bit more. So you guys go backwards, or go back to this T intersection. You light up your hands, and you hear this cracking of ice, and then suddenly there's this division of ice that shoots up from the ground beneath you, and you two are split.
Oh.
2 people,
Oh no.
left and right. I will allow you to choose whoever you're with.
I probably would want to be with her. I don't know if I
Could we
am.
roll for it? Even
We
not?
could.
Yeah,
Make it random?
absolutely.
I have an
Yeah.
odd.
Well, we
I also have
can.
an odd.
I have an odd as well.
Let's.
Okay, that maybe didn't work.
Yeah, because.
You get an odd?
Oh, well.
Well,
Sure.
what numbers did you guys get?
I got
5.
1.
I got a 1.
What'd you get?
We'll just say that you
Yeah.
two with the ones.
Because you both
Yeah.
got ones?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, Dawn and Danica, you get shunted over to direction would be right, and Olivia and Gray, you get shunted over to the left.
Yeah, guys?
But we can see him. It's like a thick ice. Can see
You
through it?
can't see them. You can hear this like.
If I put the flame hands up to the ice, I assume it doesn't melt.
It starts to melt, but it almost instantly reforms. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay,
You don't have to do
We
that.
can think to her, can't we?
yeah. What?
Well, I'm not using my telepathy right now.
Don't.
Oh, I thought you were guarded, so you could.
Oh, I don't know if that protects me necessarily. I've stopped using it completely. So
Okay, guys, we'll try to meet up in the middle, I guess. Don't die.
Is this a race now? I don't like
Losers buy dinner.
I don't have money.
it.
Okay, Gray, you'll buy dinner.
Gray buys dinner.
Gray buys dinner.
Those are the rules.
Gray's like,
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna get 3 more daughters. Like, all of them.
I guess we'll keep going left.
Okay.
I
Guess
guess.
we'll keep going right.
Sounds good.
I just like grab Dawn's like arm, like
The whisper.
let's just not get separated
Yeah.
again.
All right. So you start to make your way off in different directions, and there is this shimmer from on the ice, the reflection that none of you notice, but Danica's eyes flash for an instant, and that's where we'll take our first break.
What? What? We do breaks.
Yeah, we have to stop and get ice cream.
I love ice cream.
Looking for something new to watch? Tired of watching reruns of corny 90s sitcoms with canned laughter? Then join Campaigns of the Plains every Friday and get some real laughs, and cries, and shouts, and breaking dishes. Catch up with our old episodes on our YouTube page, and make sure to hit that subscribe and bell icons.
And welcome back. So, the party is now split, and they did not see the reflection of Danica's eyes flash. So, Danica and Dawn, you make your way right in this maze, and it kind of curls back in on itself, and it starts to curve around. There are 2 choices you guys could take. There's one immediately to your left, or if you walk down a little bit further, there's another path to your left. So there are 2 paths.
Okay.
Taking the first one? Okay. So you guys take the first path, and you stumble into a slightly bigger area, and in this area, you see what looks to be like Scarecrow. It's been snowed on, but he's hanging up and he's pointing in a direction straight ahead with one hand, and then the other is outstretched like this way. So he's kind of doing one of these.
I'm more concerned about like the scarecrow itself.
Shoot it.
I know, like, I think she would go up there and like check to make sure it's not just.
Okay. Yeah. Let's have you investigate mystery. 10. So you have hold 2. So what do you want to know about this scarecrow?
I guess I'd be like, what sort of creature is it? Is it a real scarecrow? Was it someone we know? Is it a scarecrow that is possibly going to be animated? I guess those are my.
So you go up and investigate the scarecrow, and it's a little ways off of the ground itself, so it's hanging up on a pole. And you go up, and it's really strange because this scarecrow is wearing shoes. And you poke the foot, and it's heavy. This is a body.
Is it should we cut him down? Is he still alive?
So if they're alive?
Not from this angle. You probably have to cut him down.
Help me get down.
I pull out my sword. Gotcha!
So you go a little commando on this one and completely cut the entire fucking small wood pole that this person is on, and it cracks and then goes over to the side. Are you using the last hold to see if this one's alive? Yeah. So you start by checking for a pulse and everything, and this person has been dressed up like a scarecrow. And you start to like look for a pulse. There is a pulse. And they've got one of those, bags over their heads. Yep. And straw protruding everywhere. So do you want to pull the bag off?
I can't.
You can't pull the head. Are you afraid?
I'm too afraid to see.
Are you afraid of Scarecrow?
I'm afraid of what this might.
I hope to God it's just the guy who works at the chicken counter.
Jeff.
Jeff. Pull the bag off.
Okay. So you pull the bag off, and you see Gray's face underneath the Scarecrow.
What's wrong with that?
And you hear Dawn stand up behind you. And John, what is your fireball harm?
Well, that's a good question. Like the blast is 2 harm.
With the fire, is it 3?
Oh, fire. It is okay. The blast is 2 harm, and then you can add a 2 harm fire to the base. So I believe it can be a 4, right?
Yep. So Dawn, you feel this fiery blast hit you in the back.
You mean Danica?
Or Danica, sorry.
I fall forward on top of Scarecrow.
You suffer
Gray.
4 harm.
Ow!
It doesn't ignore armor, does it?
Not magic. Not unless the magical armor says otherwise.
You just have regular armor.
Is
Right?
it regular armor?
Yep. So, yeah, you suffer 4 points of harm.
Ow. I land on top of the gray Scarecrow and I look at Dawn and I'm like, what the hell?
You turn around and Dawn is smiling a very wide and wicked smile.
Dawn.
And the flame in her hands catches her eyes for just a second, and there's this flash.
Dawn?
We cut back to you, Dawn, as the Danica in front of you takes off the head of the Scarecrow, and it is Olivia. And this Danica says, "Is this really her?"
It looks like her.
Well, check her, make sure she's still breathing.
She is, and she's got a pulse.
And she swings her sword suddenly at you. What is your sword damage?
Well, it's 2 at base, but I get an extra because it's ancient. It's an old-fashioned hand weapon. So it's 3.
3 damage? So 3 minus whatever your armor is. So, yeah, you suffer that harm. Gray, you wake up as this force hits you, and the last thing you remember was going down one of the sides with Olivia, and then all of a sudden you're waking up now to the sound of this crackling energy and Danica on top of you, and you're looking around and you're tied to this post dressed like a scarecrow.
What the
And
What?
you see as this image of Dawn is readying another firebolt in her hand and is pointing it at Danica.
Great, we gotta go. Dawn's lost her
Am I
fucking
still
damn
tied?
mind.
You are still tied to this.
I take out my dagger and I try to cut the ropes as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you can snap them pretty quick. You also have your sword. That you
Yeah,
can...
but I didn't want to freak him out with me just with a sword. Come on, get up, we gotta go.
So she snaps you free.
Okay.
I ran down one of the paths. I don't even know which one.
Okay.
Not the one I came from.
The Dawn behind you sends another firebolt, this time at you, Gray. What's 4?
Okay.
4 damage, 4 harm to you.
Right.
Actually, I'm gonna use one of my holds
Okay.
to warn Gray so it doesn't happen.
So you
So instead I go,
look
watch
back-
out! I pull him behind an ice wall.
you look back and you're like, I've seen this before. And in a brief, sudden glimpse of what you had seen before, you grab Gray by the coat and yank him to the side just as this firebolt fizzles against the wall.
You owe me. Let's keep going. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll follow.
So this image of Dawn just continues to start following you and is conjuring more flames. Dawn, the image of Danica in front of you is now winding up for another swing to come at you. And you, Olivia, now awaken, and you hear and look, and you see these two fighting. The last thing you had remembered, you had gone down one of the sides with Mr. Gray, and now you're tied to this post and dressed like a scarecrow.
What are you guys doing? Why am I a scarecrow? What's going on?
I don't know. They've gone crazy.
You mean Danica?
She just swung at me.
What? Well, get me out of here!
Yep. So you snap the cords, and Danica is now you're getting up now, Olivia, and Danica is now coming at you with the sword. So that's 3 harm.
Can I throw up a wall?
Can you?
Yeah, I have a base called wall. It's like a magical barrier.
You also have a shield that you can use to help.
Oh, I don't think.
That is on the other.
Oh, I do have shield spell.
The protection one.
That I care about? Oh, okay. So I'll use it.
I'm just telling you, you have things.
Yeah, I don't have to use these things, right?
I mean, I was reading it, so I figured it would be good.
I don't think it doesn't help because it doesn't say that.
Oh.
So I would just throw up all
What does it say?
So it says 1 harm magical barrier close, 1 armor obvious loud.
Okay.
Which are just words that do not form a sentence.
Sure.
Right? As long as I'm dumb. But I'm sure it means something.
Yeah, as a reaction, as this Danica is coming down to swing with this powerful overhead swing at Olivia, you summon up the earth underneath, and it just rushes up and meets her in the chin as she's coming back, and she stumbles back. So you now have a little bit of a wall in between the two of you, and there is, of course, a tunnel to run if you would like to.
I'd probably just run and take off.
Yeah.
Grab your hands just to pull you.
Yeah, I'm probably a little disoriented. I probably don't have time to set out the spell or anything. So.
All right. As you guys are running, this image of Danica walks around the wall and is now stalking you guys, kind of dragging the sword, coming after you guys. But you hear, for a second, you hear this popping of energy, something has. And you look back for a second, Olivia, and you see behind Dawn, or behind Danica, rather, you see it looks like Henry, but it looks like the one picture you saw of Henry when she was younger. Henry, you are sent to this ice maze and told by Lotus, your friends will not be as they seem. Look for the eyes.
The eyes. The eyes. I gotta be a little younger. Alright.
So this is the first time after being awoken from the surgery, you get to see as well. This surgery has done something to you. You are younger. You are back in the body of a 22-year-old.
The hell? The fuck you do to me, woman?
It's not what I've done to you. It's all part of the grand scheme.
Oh, Lord almighty, goddamn grand schemes.
Enjoy. And she does this with her hand, and a portal opens up around you and pulls you in.
Oh, wait just a goddamn second. What?
And you appear for a second in this maze of snow and ice. And you see in front of you, running away from what looks to be the back of Danica's body. You see Olivia and Dawn running as it seems like Danica's dragging her sword and it has blood on it, and she's dragging it towards Olivia and Dawn.
Danica?
This figure turns around and takes a swipe at you. So 3 harm minus
My 2 armor, so 1 harm.
Yep.
Okay. Am I fully healed at this point?
You are and fully geared.
Oh, that was a mistake. I am going to pull out the old cannon,
Okay.
the Desert Eagle Mark 1, and level it straight between her eyes.
What kind of ammo do you have in it right now?
Well, I know I had some silver in it before. Probably have a couple of those left.
I think you had 3 bullets left, if I remember right.
Okay. Well, one's going in the forehead of this bitch.
All right. Yeah, roll me some kick-ass.
Okay. That is, let's see, that's going to be a 13.
13? Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any extras yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So go ahead and pick your additional.
Okay. That is going to be, we'll say, I would like to take one forward.
Okay. So mark yourself down for a forward. And how much harm is your hand cannon?
That is going to be a 3 harm.
So the creature sees this coming and kind of dodges to the side, but not before getting a good chunk of skin blown off on the side of its face, and you see its eyes flash for an instant from the gunfire from the end of the barrel of your gun. This isn't Danica.
I don't know what the fuck you are, but you better drop that sword right now.
And it kind of makes this hissing sound at you, and it's actually going to throw the sword at you. So 3 harm minus whatever your armor is.
It throws it?
Yeah, it throws it at you.
Okay, so 3 harm. Okay, so that's 1.
As it starts to, like, run away from you into the maze.
Alright, I grab the sword.
Okay. It's not Danica's sword. You pick it up and it is like this, like, almost a replica, but sharp enough to do damage.
Alright, all the same, I'm going to disarm the son of a bitch.
Okay.
And keep that sword.
Yeah, no, it is running off into the maze further.
Okay.
But you guys now see a very revitalized looking Henry as she had let this hand cannon blast go off.
I am just dumbfounded as I see her shoot this thing. And assuming we're just, like, running down a path and, like, we turn a corner as we see her shoot.
Yep.
Did you see that? That didn't look like Henry. What the
Well,
fuck?
it looked like her, but it looked like old her. Demo her.
I've never seen, like, it's been forever since I've seen her like that. Like, that can't be her. It can't be her.
Well, I mean, I don't think that was Danica either, so I assume that's not Henrietta, but, like...
Why would they be fighting if it's not her? It doesn't make sense.
Why does she look different and what, like...
There's so many questions. We just need to keep going. Maybe we can, like, try and banish it or try and trap it, like, lay a trap for it, because it's following us, obviously. Maybe we should, like, try and, like, put a fire trap or something behind us.
Do I see them?
Hmm?
Do I see them from me?
They've turned the corner from you, so they're out of sight now.
Okay. Probably still like, Libby, Dawn!
I don't trust that.
So you're trying to use magic to trap a place?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I will try.
And you're trying for a fire trap?
Yeah, can I say sister?
You can help. Yes. Yeah. Yep. So go ahead and help out. It's +2.
Oh, not very cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually very uncool.
Well, wait a second. Because
that'd be, I rolled a 10. I have a negative cool, so it'd be a 9.
9. So you +1 on their roll, but you also expose yourselves to some trouble or danger.
So I rolled 8 + 3 + 1.
Yep.
So 4, so it'd be 12.
12.
So with that, I'm going to use my Hex to have it do extra damage. Because when I use magic, I can Hex it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to place a trap specifically for the Danica clone thingy and have it do fire damage and have it do extra 2. So it'll just do 2 and trap them.
Okay. So you lay down this magic, and as you're focusing on the fieriness that you want to put into this trap, your heart just all of a sudden boom, boom, and you feel the anger of Lycurgus start to swell up in you, and it's hard to hold back. And like you kind of hold your chest for a second as soon as you get the spell out, because the spell forms. And Dawn, you've seen Olivia lay traps before. It's pretty easy magic. But this time, as the magic is being laid, like there are these gouts of flame that all of a sudden like jet up from the marking on the ground where the spell should be, and it looks like it could explode at any moment.
Not normal.
You can definitely tell, like, I'm holding in, like, a really acidy burp, like I was just about to vomit or something, I'm like a baby burp, I'm swallowing this pain, as I probably, like, just fist clench, like, trying to breathe, but seething. I'm fine. Just keep going.
You see the vein like pump out on her head, and you see she is like gritting her teeth and like clenching her fists.
Now it's not time to have a temper tantrum, girl.
I know. Let's just keep going before she catches up with us.
So you guys move on?
Yeah,
right.
Let's keep going.
Which way are you taking, Henry?
I'm like, there's girls down this way. There's my enemy through the field. I'm going after the enemy.
Okay. So you start to dash after it, and
I'm just taking out my big knife, and I'm like bushwhacking through the cornfield as best I can.
Well, it's straw bales is what it is.
Okay.
Just covered in, but it's tall. Like, it's
Okay.
taller than you, and there is, like, this glass ice dome over top. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you've got your knife drawn, and you're stalking along, and you turn a corner, and something catches your eye as you turn a corner.
Okay.
And it looks rubbery in texture at first, but then as you get closer, it looks like flesh.
Okay. I approach it cautiously. Can I see what it is from a distance?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like a mound of flesh.
Okay. Can I tell who it is?
You take your knife and you kind of like have to turn it over a little bit, but it looks like Danica's face.
Okay. Is she alive?
No, it's just a mound of flesh. Like somebody had
Like a
peeled
snake
flesh.
skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. All of that is some creepy ass shit. You get out of here. I'm going to kill you just for this.
Which is odd, but
Okay, can I want to look around for like tracks or any indication of where this thing has gone.
So you look and you see feet prints stop here, and there's quite a bit of scuffling for a couple seconds, and then the feet continue to go deeper into the maze, but then they like start climbing up the wall on the ice, and you see these like punctures where there may have been like claws.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess I'll follow where the claws go.
Yeah, so you keep going down. We're going to cut back to Gray and Danica as you are running down the maze, and Dawn is still behind you, throwing bolts of fire every once in a while when she catches you on a turn, but you guys dodge out of the way just in time.
What do we do?
Just keep moving.
Okay, well, I don't want to get singed again, so how about we get some protection? And I hold out my blade, and I'm like, Arthur, it would be real great if you could come help us. Please.
Alright. The spirit of Arthur, and the runes glow as the spirit of Arthur forms besides the blade. Armored up, and he grabs the sword from you, and without saying a word, looks you in the eyes, and then looks back and sees the image of Dawn behind you and starts levitating over in that general direction.
Hey, buddy. Rick, come back to me when you're done. Are you returning blade? I didn't figure that one out yet.
This does give you guys a moment to continue to run as you now are gaining some distance. The clash of battle behind you. Right, something moves in front of you through one portion of the maze and then off to your right. And you kind of like look down in that direction and you see another image move across, and it's a little girl.
I found her.
Your girlfriend?
First she was my daughter, now she's my girlfriend.
I don't know. She's really creepy stalkerish.
That's what I told her.
Alright, well, I grab your arm because I, again, don't want to get separated from anyone in this place. Please don't be a doppelganger shooting me with fireballs like my friend on. You are great, right?
Yeah, I'll ask this. Please, you don't either. Yeah, I'm going to, with caution, approach.
Okay. So the figure kind of darted off to the left a little bit, but footsteps stopped like right at the corner. And you guys cautiously approach, and it looks like the little girl that was in the hourglass, except for now she has a big winter coat on, mittens. And she says, "Have you found the way out of the maze yet?"
Have you?
"No, I'm still looking for it."
We've been trying to find our way in the maze.
"Why would you want to go further?"
Make out.
Ew.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
That's the best response. ever. We need to GIF that.
Well,
I don't actually know how to...
little one, you promised that if you only stab him if you feel like stabbing.
What?
You can come with us.
What? She looks really confused.
How long have you been here?
And she gets this real quizzical look on her face, and she says, "I don't know." And she thinks a little bit more, and she's like, "I'm supposed to meet Mommy and Daddy here, and they're supposed to take me out, but I can't find them."
What do they look like?
And she thinks even harder, and she's like, "I don't know."
Just like look at Gray. Just like shrug a little.
"Well, I'm gonna keep looking for them. Good luck going further in." And she like turns and starts like running away from you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys,
We're gonna try to, keep some distance.
I definitely
Huh?
still have a hold of Gray's arm because again, I don't want to be alone in this place.
all right. So you follow her at a distance, and she stops at one intersection, and she kind of backs up a couple of steps, and then suddenly you see like her reflection is in like 7 different mirrors that are made of ice around her, and they're not moving the same time she is.
Oh.
Some of them are like crying, and some of them are like frustrated.
I'd like to leave. Can we leave now?
I don't think we're able... I don't think we're going to be getting out anytime soon.
God. It's maybe not the best time to ask, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. How the hell do you know this child?
This one I'm not sure.
Well, maybe not specifically this child, but maybe just the skin that she's wearing.
That's a weird question.
It's been a weird day.
She's supposed to be somebody important.
Very true.
At least the most important.
Most important?
Most important to me.
She like your daughter?
Oh, I thought that was the water element.
No, she's your girlfriend now. She's a creepy ex-stalker girlfriend.
Mm.
But I mean like actually, like your real life, actual offspring.
No, I do not have kids.
You don't have children. Oh. Oh my gosh. You went out of character.
I mean, you said real life actual.
Gray's real life actual child.
Yeah, you're right. Probably a bad time.
Okay, so that's a yes.
Congratulations, you're an investigator.
I'm just curious. You also
While
don't hide
she's
it
asking
well.
all of these questions, I don't hide a lot.
You just look really
What is
panicked.
going on? Is
She's like backing up
still-
into the other mirrors, and like she looks like she's seen a ghost. Like she turns completely white.
I just like whistle to get her attention.
She turns and looks at the two of you, and she says, "She's coming. and you see one of the reflections like grab her and pull her through one of the mirrors.
I actually just start running after it.
No, wait!
Okay.
I'm holding on to you! I guess I'm coming too!
I'll drag you along.
So you're running at full tilt at this mirror, and
Oh god, we're gonna die, oh god!
the mirror gives away as soon as you hit it, and you go through a tunnel, and you see that you probably reached the middle of this maze, as in the center there is a giant pool of water that has been frozen into massive spikes.
Cool. I'm gonna use one of my fortunes to give you a forward. I've got one left.
All right. So above the massive ice spikes, you now see the girl is in the clutches of this giant ice statue that looks like you.
The ice statue looks like me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they really got the stern look down. We were carved that.
You really got your points.
It's
Jesus.
cold.
And you hear a voice echo around that
Who the
says,
fuck said that?
you hear this voice echo, and it is the voice of Elpis. And she says, "Can you save her in time?"
Time for what?
Hear the cracking of ice as it seems like the statue has begun to crack at the elbow.
You got a way to melt this?
Me? I'm not the fire one.
The two
Can you
fire
try?
ones are together.
I don't have fire. I don't think you understand how my magic works. You know what?
No. I'm not even sure you do.
I don't. This is all new for me. I'm not the fire person.
So we will cut back to Olivia and Dawn as you...
I can summon a fire monster.
Oh, great.
Oh, you know that one that we left to live on?
Always works.
You guys travel a little bit further down from the trap itself, and you find what looks to be a small open area with a frozen over bench to sit down in. And you sit down for a second, Olivia, and like the ice melts around you as now, Dawn, you are seeing that Olivia has begun to almost glow an orange kind of aura about her.
Like, head in my hands, just like rocking back and forth.
You good girl, but you
I feel hot.
you seem to be.
Oh, my head is burning up. Do I have a fever?
Oh, I touch you.
You want a math friend?
Yeah. Well, I remember. Like,
I get mine on.
Oh man.
I feel hot. Can you?
I just wrecked off the mom.
I mean, I'll bend.
Oh, sorry.
I'll bend over quick. Hold on. Do I look any different? What's been?
You're glowing, girl.
Can I see myself glowing? Is it like
So for the first time, you like roll back the sleeves on your coat, and you look, and there is this like red energy going through your veins right now. Like your veins are literally like red with energy.
What the fuck? This is new.
Is that the?
Like hers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought maybe it was the like
Uh,
that you absorbed it through.
yeah, the brazier. It's called the brazier from, but I mean, it feels like when I absorbed him, like it's like this overwhelming heat, and it just burns. It feels like I just ate a bunch of ghost peppers or something.
Whoa, why'd you do that?
You suddenly feel like this almost like somebody's trying to punch their way out of your chest, and you have to like gasp for a second as like this energy just tries to like explode out of you.
I like place my hands on her and try to heal her, but like more like a calming, you know?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me some magic.
Yeah,
Well, that's a natural 10, so plus 3 with weird, so it'd be a 13.
Yeah, so you put your hands on Olivia, and she's burning hot. Literally, like, when you put your hands on you're like, grabbing, like, a hot teapot.
Yeah.
Like, and you, like, have to put your gloves back on to focus through your magic and actually touch her.
Right. Sure.
But yeah, you start to try to calm the magic. Henry, you've been stalking this creature for a while, and it seems to have done quite a number of returns, and you see now as the footsteps come back down and they turn back more to a humanoid, and you're definitely skilled in tracking, and this new body makes it even easier to keep up with something going this pace. And to not make any sounds. And you get to a corner and you kind of turn and you see this creature, whatever it is, has taken the form of Danica again. And you see beyond her, you see Dawn, like, focusing on Olivia, as Olivia is, like, literally glowing with enough power that you can see it from this distance. But you see as this Danica is, like, low to the ground, like she's ready to pounce and to kill.
I think I want to, like, chokehold arm around her neck, like knife to her to the side of her face, like restrain her and say, not another move.
So you sneak up on her and you get her in this chokehold, but as part of her move, she knocks your knife away. She's looking rather hurt from what you've done. She still hasn't been able to heal, like, the wound to the neck that you inflicted. But she knocks the knife away further enough where you can't grab it at this time. But you have a hold of her like this.
I'm going to squeeze tighter and tighter and say, better say uncle.
Go ahead and roll me kick ass.
Alright.
Better say uncle. That's a badass thing to say.
I know. Does my what doesn't kill me count? If I have suffered harm in a fight, I gain +1 ongoing until the fight is over. Has that fight
You still have your forward, by the way.
That's true, I know. Not that it matters. That's 9 + 3, so it's 12.
12? So it's trying to, like, claw at you and fight you, and you have it like this, and you just... Mm-hmm. And you guys now see, and Olivia, you get caught back in that premonition now as you see as Henry, like, snaps the neck of this Danica, and it goes limp.
What? That wasn't supposed to happen. That...
Do I see them now?
Oh, yes. And they see you.
Oh, girls, I'm so glad you're okay. This creature was hunting you. It's okay. It's a shapeshifter. It has snake skin. I saw some back there. It sloughs it off.
Does the calming effect, what effect does that have internally? Like, do I still feel like I'm going to explode?
You're still angry, but you're not to the point of exploding. She's definitely keeping this energy at bay as long as she has her hands on you and is focusing.
So, because I can't move at the moment as you're focusing, I will look at you and say, do you trust her? What should we do? We should sort of murder Danica. I mean, we should...
Look bad Danica, but like...
You know that? I mean,
well,
she
crazy Danica.
She could be the real one. We haven't seen her. I mean, maybe they got mixed up and that was the real one and the bad one's still out there. I mean, I have no idea what's going on right now and I don't trust that.
What is something that only you and her will know?
I mean, maybe where she found me, like when I was...
What was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Well, I'd love to hug my bunny rabbit.
What's its name?
Uh,
Ask it what its name.
What was my bunny rabbit's name
I got
growing up?
What
was it?
I don't know.
I don't even know this. So
Is there something?
Okay.
I mean,
You get to name the rabbit.
Name the rabbit.
That's even more pressure.
oh, that's a cute name.
Your bunny was Snifferdoodle.
Okay.
Did you say sniffer or snicker?
Sniffer.
Snifferdoodle? All right.
Snifferdoodle.
That's canon, folks.
And what happened to Snifferdoodle?
What was the wrong rabbit? What was it? What did they have?
Oh.
Scarlet fever or something?
I don't know, maybe.
Hold on, I gotta drop the meta shield just a second. Because there is a little disconnect here, because I believe in episode 1, you had Snifferdoodle in your bag.
It's a trick question. You should know that. That's accurate. You were correct.
Right. I'm talking this out to myself.
Yes. So
but then afterwards you lost it when we got captured. So that's easy. We got captured. We were in a basement. They tortured both of us. That's when you died, and I never found where they stashed your stuff. I was too torn up at the time. I carried your body to the road and waited for my cousin so he could drive us to the lodge, and that's where we fished your soul out of limbo.
well, obviously, you know part of that, but I was unconscious, dead. I was literally dead for some of that, so I have no way of verifying. But she lost. Right. I mean, she sounds like she sounds like she knows what she's talking about, unless she's like reading my mind or something. I don't.
Can you turn that off?
I mean, I can't feel
Can you turn
her.
it off?
I can't feel her in there, so I assume that she's not reading my mind. Oh, she's probably the real Henry. I just don't know why you look like that.
Don't do anything. I wanna slowly reach down to fake Danica. I wanna kinda like push the skin around, see if it like gives.
Yeah, it's definitely sloughy. So when you push
Okay.
like the face around, it moves in like that kind of wet, sloshing.
I wanna like grab at the mouth and like start peeling it away.
Yeah, it's like paper, and it just peels right away.
What shows up when we peel it away?
The true face of a shapeshifter, which is horrifying.
What the fuck is that?
This is a shapeshifter of some sort. I don't know. It, like I said, it's like a snake. It sheds skins and grows a new one, and it can look like any of us. So I understand why you are on edge, but believe me, I was trying to kill this thing so it did not kill you.
Well, I appreciate that, Henry, or whoever you are. But we need to keep going. There could be more of those things in here. We gotta find the center and meet the rest of the group. I don't know where, and I'm like looking around to the different. I'm assuming there's a bunch of different routes we can take. Do you know where we're going?
I have no clue. What's her fuckface name? She just popped me in here. Lotus? She just sent me here, and I don't know. All I know is I was in excruciating pain, and then I was in the middle of an ice cube.
Well, welcome back, I guess. Do I feel like the rage subsiding at all, or do I still feel like...
It's still nagging at the back of your head, but it's...
Do I feel like I can't move, or it will continue, or...
You're not sure. You could probably continue to move, but you're not sure what's causing this. So,
I guess let's keep going. I don't know if I can hold this in much longer, but I guess we'll see.
Okay.
As I clutch my chest and live following you.
Well, honey,
Oh.
let's just keep an eye on each other. Draw a truce, and we go find the others.
Dawn, as Olivia is limping towards Henry, and looking for a direction to go. You catch some movement out of the corner of your eye, and it looks like... He looks like a man. It looks like Antiope. And she, points forward from where you guys are right now. And she kind of disappears behind one of the columns again.
This way, and they got that.
So there's a solid ice wall here, but as you beckon the rest of them towards you, the sheer heat that is coming off of Olivia now melts this thin wall of ice in front of you. And you see now on the opposite side, Gray and Danica, and there is this giant statue of Gray, grasping a small girl over these pit spikes of ice.
What the fuck? Who, Gray?
The girl, isn't it?
And you guys now see them cross the way as well.
I've never seen that girl before in my
Do you
life.
think it's really them, or do you think it's more fake them?
I didn't get a good look at the hourglass. I was.
You now see that Henry is with them, but this Henry looks years younger.
Fake them.
Fake them?
Yep.
Whoa.
Arthur!
He hasn't come back yet.
Fuck. I missed that boy.
As I'm clutching my chest and barely keeping it together.
You want a second thought? She looks a little fucked up.
There's shapeshifters here. We don't trust you as much as you don't trust us. But look, I killed fake Danica. I hold up her face.
Oh my god.
Olivia said you were gonna kill me!
I killed fake you.
Well, that would be
Tell me something
really...
only you would know if you weren't fake you!
My boots stink, and you are annoying as hell.
That second part was unnecessary.
My facial was burning yesterday.
I'm sorry about the chemical burn.
My face still hurts.
My face is still burning.
What's going on with this statue thing?
We have to save that child. She's very important.
We just kind of got here. So we're...
To me. She's very important to me because she's an innocent child.
Fire!
But yeah, fire! Fire! Set
She
Gray
can't do fire!
Set Gray on fire!
Statue thing?
I can summon monsters. That's what I got going.
The ice spikes on the ground.
And she would probably have it.
Okay, you start working away as Olivia, you're on the wall, basically using it like a giant ice pack, and you're just kind of slowly melting it away. And Henry, you're kind of holding her up, making sure that she stays up and conscious.
Do I still have the orange glow?
Oh yeah.
A fire.
Can we eat something weird?
I don't know. Maybe just a bunch of peppers or something.
Oh, you really let out the spicy
I
stuff.
love spicy. I can't help it.
Did you take extra peppers from Texas?
Maybe. They were these ghost peppers. They're very spooky.
Spooky peppers.
Okay. Well, we should figure out what to do about the little girl when the thing topples over. Make sure it topples this way and not towards the iceberg.
Well, I thought you were here the spikes.
Yeah.
Only mountain spikes.
As you're standing in the portway that's been melting away, without going too far enough to where they can see you, or they can see her, on the opposite side of the wall, Antiope now walks within about 5 feet of you, and she says, "It's almost time. After Elpis has been captured, you know what you have to do. You have."
What, 2 more after?
Yeah, 2. What is it?
She's like, "I will fight and I will protest, but you must." And she just kind of smiles at you, and she says, "I'll always be with you. You can do this." And she disappears behind one of the walls again.
I run up to Dawn and shake her out of her little trance she's in. And I'm like,
Oh no, she's been working the entire time,
Yeah.
but her face is stoic, forward.
I'm like, what's happening to Olivia? She's
I don't know,
burning up.
She's freaking out. I'm viewing this right now.
Jesus.
Take a piece of ice and just
God, I was just doing everything for everyone, right?
Oh,
quick,
yeah, this
and
is
then I
okay.
just put it to Olivia's head and just grab a piece of ice and break it off and just
Just throw Olivia in, like...
Maybe just put your face.
I am burning out. My head is very hot.
I know, I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
As I try to
Don't
reach
touch
out.
me. Don't touch me. No.
Sorry. I'm not used to being on fire, essentially.
Yeah. And we're gonna figure. I told you. Did you get angry? I told you. Didn't I tell you what Betty said?
I just
Didn't I tell you what Betty said?
I was defending myself. What do you want from me?
As this is all happening, you guys hear this sudden sharp object through flesh. And Gray, you take 4 points of harm
God damn.
as
No.
you see the image.
I'm using my last hold
Okay.
to warn him, so I hear it and I tackle Gray.
As you're having this conversation with
I'm like,
everybody,
I've seen this before.
yeah, you all of a sudden stop and you like look over towards Gray, and there's this reflection in the ice of Elpis, and she is like ready to like reach out of the ice and stab Gray.
Like, Gray! And I just like grab him.
Okay.
And tackle him.
She tackles you out of the way as this ice spear just comes within inches of your face. She withdraws back into the ice.
That's twice.
You're very handsy today.
That's twice you owe me.
Well, yeah, I guess the only thing Gray would really want to do at this point is just start shooting.
Shooting at this wall of ice?
Shooting back?
I'm still right here. That's really loud.
Guns are usually loud.
So you squeeze off a couple rounds and they bury themselves in the ice wall that's around this area as you see the reflection like move backwards through the ice.
Hey, you should just go around and start melting all the ice in this area with your face.
I mean, can't you just refreeze it? I mean, just because I melt it doesn't mean it's going to stay melted.
Yeah, but it'll at least make more work for her.
I want to
Pop out and stab
try
Gray.
and watch, like, where I see she's going.
Go ahead and read a bad situation.
Oh boy.
You have +1 forward.
You do have
yes.
+1 forward for me.
I don't know how long that lasts. Is it just a single roll? Is it ongoing?
Yeah, whenever you use it.
Yeah.
Like a luck point.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
a +1 to use anytime
Yeah.
you want.
Right. But you only get once.
It's like Bardic Inspiration.
So that would be 10.
10? So you're reading this situation, and she is moving freely underneath these ice sheets, and you do lose like sight on her a couple times, but pick her up in different areas. Everybody's kind of doing something else as you are looking at this.
She seemed to be developing any sort of pattern.
No, not that you can tell. She's randomly moving through the ice, and it seems like she is trying to confuse you guys as she leaves like these tiny little after images, these mirror images in the ice where she's moving. But you have definitely noticed that you are the target.
Knowing that, I'm going to continue to keep an eye on her so that I can maybe try to see if I can get out of the way and avoid some damage if she tries to throw some ice at my way. Continuing to try and like see if I can maybe at least figure out if she does start falling into some sort of routine, and I'd like to at some point try to maybe lead a shot.
Sure.
See what happens.
So yeah, I mean that would kind of be the other bad situation. The last hold that you'd have is you're trying to develop some kind of pattern there. And she does pop out of the ice one more time near you, underneath you. Before that, though, you hear this voice reverberate through the ice, and it says, "If I can't have him, no one will." And she kind of comes up through the ice, but I'll allow you to use your kick-ass first, or whatever you were tending to do.
I'm still by Gray. Can I, like, shank her?
You don't have your sword, do you?
But I have a dagger.
Oh.
9.
9? 9. Yeah. What is your harm?
3.
3? All right. So yeah, you do manage to kind of chip away some of the ice form that she seems to have taken. And she reaches up with one of her arms that has kind of been molded into a spear.
You had your
And she deals 4 damage to you. Or 4 harm.
Are we all seeing this?
Oh, yes.
How far away from him am I?
Very close. Yep, so she
Could
pops up
I
near you.
try and protect him?
No, because he right now is working off of a pattern that he has been, like, watching of her.
Okay.
She's moving fairly quickly through the ice, and he has been studying her for the last couple of seconds here, trying to discern a pattern, and he has.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what allowed him to kind of react to the situation before she comes out of the ice.
Okay.
So, yeah, she still gets her damage off, but you are close enough to attempt something before she comes back into the ice.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll try and kick her ass too.
Okay.
That is -2 because of the armor, right?
Yeah, if you've got armor, it's -2.
Okay, that's going to be excuse me. A 9.
9. Alright, so yeah, you deal your damage.
Well, actually, does my +1 ongoing until the fight over still count, or because I took harm earlier, or is this a different fight?
This is in a different fight, I would say.
Okay. You know, I'll use my +1 forward to bump it up to a 10.
Okay. So go ahead and choose your extra then.
What's that? No, it was a 9. Anyway, I'm going to inflict terrible harm. So that'll be...
Additional harm?
Yep, so that is going to be 4 total harm.
4 total harm. You are not currently doing anything. You two are occupied as, Dawn, you are kind of clearing away the ice here, the ice spikes underneath, and you're focusing on not blowing up.
Correct.
So you do have an instance to do something.
You can stab him.
Who had the shotgun?
I have a shotgun.
Oh, you did.
I'm going to stab.
I mean,
With your dagger?
it's 3
Dagger.
damage.
Okay.
It's not that.
12 or 13.
Okay, what is your additional?
She takes 2 damage from the silver dagger. And
Are you advanced?
yeah, I am advanced. So
Maybe picking on your
I
advance.
can. I'm going to. My attack inflicts double damage.
Okay, so 4. Okay.
It's a good stab.
All right. So I forgot she also kicks ass on the 2 of you, so 4 harm to each of you as she instinctively shoots out these ice spikes from her body.
Hey, so after I do that and hurt her real good, I collapse.
Okay.
Are you?
I am dying.
Oh.
I am
so
all of
Danica
my
is
health.
down.
I am all of my health.
Okay.
Oh.
Minus the armor too?
You did 4 damage, I had 3 health left.
Oh no.
You have one.
Yeah. I forgot that not Dawn fireballed me earlier.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Snake Dawn.
Snake on.
Snake Dawn.
Alright.
I assume I did not see her go down because I'm too busy, or
You see her go down, so
would I be able to run over and try to heal her?
yeah, so you stop your attack. Now she dodges back down below the ice, and as she do, you see like some of the cracks in the ice armor actually start to heal back up. So you, Dawn, see Danica like catch a really bad one of these ice spikes right in her neck, and you see her eyes kind of roll back as it shake right back out. She is starting to pool blood underneath her on this ice.
Breeze.
She's doing that fish without water, like gasping thing. Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
cave troll.
Yep.
Ooh. That's so terrible.
Yeah,
Borrow.
It's the worst.
I don't want to.
Oh no, that just gives me like the ability to. I have an.
Oh, that one.
Remind me how to roll for healing. Is it just roll 2?
You have to use magic.
Yeah, just use magic, right? Okay. That's an 11
Okay.
plus 3. So
Oh,
14.
yeah.
You're not advancing, right?
No, I don't have any of those.
So yeah, it works without any issues. So your necklace allows you to roll an additional.
I roll 3d6s.
Yep, and you have each of those.
That's not. So 9. So that down to 4.
Well, each dice is halved. So
yeah, I counted 9.
so 1, 2, and a 5. Is that
When you just added up and then
what's that?
I guess.
It's each
Right.
die halved. So it is how they do it in the book here. So
So before.
it'd be 4.
That's, yeah,
It's the same thing.
That's the
Same thing. Okay.
Because you can't have 5.
That's fair.
Right.
So like you add,
Round it down.
you add and you round
Right.
it down to 4.
Yep. So you heal 4 damage. Danica.
Hey, now I'm just
Um,
unstable.
Yeah.
Well, you're dead.
That fucking sucked.
Sorry about that fireball earlier. That was me.
Was it really you?
No. I was giving.
Sure, it wasn't.
Yeah.
All right.
I hate this place.
So
I
the
want to go back to the south.
crack in the arm, you hear it again as a deeper crack. Donna's been able to get rid of most of the spikes as she has worked her way in from the outside, but they've been tall enough where she's got to work through them. So there are still spikes underneath the girl.
Can I help by just like putting my hands on a bunch of spikes just to like make them flat so they're not gonna like impale somebody?
Yeah, so
Just, like,
I mean,
grab on
you
them.
go up and you just basically all you have to do is like touch them and they start to melt. Like it takes a little while because they're not natural ice. But yeah, you start to melt them.
That's being productive.
Finally, someone else.
Right.
What are you doing, Gray?
I don't know. I can't really help with that matter. Man, I probably should have brought a flamethrower. Now that I think back to what Bobby said.
Do you think we should try and do some magic? One of us could just jump like a frog or something. What?
You don't just climb,
I don't
right?
know.
Like the Eiffel Tower. Climb.
I probably should not be the one to climb that ice sculpture.
That was just no.
Yeah.
Maybe she would just slide on down.
I'm feeling better. I'll do it.
Okay, come on.
Okay, well,
You've nailed the patterns, and it looks like you're fairly confident she's coming back around to take another swing at you.
yeah, you know what I'm gonna do, though, is I'm gonna just try and be prepared that if she does attack me, I'd like to try to just see if I can maybe... Yeah, I'll just... If she comes after me, I'll just have to keep attacking her. Hopefully she just doesn't change targets.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I don't know if it'll work if she's frozen, so, I'll give it a go. Because she's been, like, shooting her, like, arm, like, Terminator.
Yep, like Liquid T-1000.
Fuck that. Okay, yeah, no, when I see her arm coming at me, I'll try to
Aim the
position
gourd?
so she just, like...
So yeah, she's coming back around. Go ahead and roll me some kick ass. Or you know what? Since you're not technically kicking ass, why don't you roll me an act under pressure?
Cool, okay.
You're cool, right?
I do have...
I think he's the coolest one in the group.
Super cool.
Yeah, he's super cool.
I mean, we're all pretty cool right now. We're nice.
Ha
I don't know. I think Olivia's pretty hot.
well, that's 8.
Yeah.
8?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Much roll.
You have the +1 too?
I already used it.
Oh.
It doesn't matter, 8 succeeds. Mine wouldn't be any different.
I mean, it kind of.
So, I am going to give you a price to pay.
Oh, okay.
She is aimed at a pretty vital organ right now, as everything kind of slows down for a second. You're fairly confident that you can't stop her from actually hitting you, but you can make a good target by moving just ever so slightly to give her a good hit, which will entrap her, allowing you to place the jug or the gourd on top of her. So you will suffer 5 harm as you kind of open up and allow her to hit a pretty vital spot pretty close to your heart. But it's deep enough where it actually entraps her for a second, and you grab it with your arm, or with your good hand that's not part of the gourd, and you touch her with a gourd, and she starts to be pulled into the gourd itself.
Does the armor have any...
It does.
Okay, cool. Even if it didn't, yeah, I'll do it.
So, that happens. And you guys see as Gray is, like, taking a really big ice-pillared hand, like, right here near his heart. And he, like, holds her in place and, like, touches her with a gourd. And her being and all of the ice surrounding you begins to be pulled into this gourd until there's nothing left. Not even the statue as it, like, slowly melts down.
Can we catch the girl?
Are you catching the
Yeah,
girl?
I'm gonna try to catch the... Go heal Gray. I'm gonna
roll me-
basket arms.
Yeah,
You were
it's...
doing it at college, right?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, man, she was like the head cheerleader in her high school, you know? She's that kind of girl.
It's coming down slow enough where you can catch her without severely harming yourself.
I
And
wouldn't have cared.
with a scream, Gray, she is banished inside, but the cauterizing cold is no longer there as it is also pulled into the jug. What are you at for harm?
After that stab, I have 2 left.
Oh.
He's close, but he's not dying.
So now she is trapped inside of this gourd, but you already feel her trying to escape.
Is there a cork? Can I just like... Boom?
I mean, that's what you did.
Okay, cool.
But she is
Hey,
still
Olivia, you're still
attempting
hot, right?
to...
Yeah, I'm still super hot.
Oh, my?
Sure.
So refreshing cool drink with water.
Yeah.
Have some cool water.
Have some cool
Hydrate.
hydration. Hydration's important
Yeah,
for
I mean, I'll toss the gourd over to you.
Oh, okay.
You're catching it?
Yep, I grabbed the
It's
gourd.
worked the last few times.
So you grab the gourd, and yeah, instantly this bluish energy is pulled inside of you, and the burning rage subsides, but this cold loneliness takes over. And again, these pulses of cold wind start to exude from you like an Arctic blast, and it pushes everybody back a little bit, and it is cold, like burning cold. And these icicles start to, like, form these jagged circle around her.
can. Well, you
I'll move as quickly as I can.
9.
9 hat is...
No, that was just 9 to like roll.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that.
Yep.
Does that have a...
Works imperfectly, so you get to choose a glitch.
I will take some harm.
Okay, so you take 1 harm.
Is this kid unconscious?
Yes.
Okay, I will take her and like wrap her up in my coat with me.
She has a coat on.
Yeah, but this is like I'm trying to protect her from what's
Gotcha.
going on around.
Putting your back, like,
me.
to
yeah,
the
like I like my back
archeglass.
to Olivia, and I have her like right in front of me to keep her safe.
7.
Don't you
3.
reroll ones?
What is that the thing will do? I wrote it down. During word of good word, reroll 1 of magic, that word, no harm. So that's what I wrote down.
Is that right for the bank?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can use it once a day to reroll ones on your magic.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
So that's, 7, so it's a 3.
Okay,
That's
so...
like-
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not dead. I probably hurt more than you hurt. Right?
So you heal up 3 as this blast of cold energy is going about, and Olivia, you are enveloped in this giant ice crystal that forms around you. Henry, you know what you gotta do.
I look at my dreamwalking jug. I look at it kind of begrudgingly, almost like, should I like really be there? I decide to take a swig of it.
You get it up to your lips, and you hear this voice in the back of your head that says, "You don't need that.
I stow it, start walking towards Olivia.
And as you focus on entering the dreamscape, you get this tingling in the back of your neck. And as you do so, everybody else there sees as Henry is like trying to go against the buffets of this cold blast that is coming from Olivia, and she disappears entirely. Henry, you are now spirit and body within the dreamscape.
Whoa, that's new.
Love it up.
That's not important right now. She's important.
And
And so...
is it though?
Shush. I'm pushed forward, and I'm going to move up to Olivia as she's pulling in this power. I see how cold she looks, and I'm going to wrap my arms around her and tell her I'm not leaving. You'll always be warm.
Go ahead and roll me help out real quick.
Cool. Ironically.
Right.
Oh, nice. That's 11.
11. So Olivia, you are granted a +1. Normally, your wings would come out and envelop this power. And as you're kind of focusing on that, being like, yeah, do the same thing this time, whatever Raziel did to you might have suppressed some of your powers. So you are now at the points where you start to panic a little bit as outside you guys see these cracks begin to form in the ground, and this like cold vapor starts to come up, and you hear like trees cracking in the background, and you see the snow gets visibly worse, and the blizzard starts to overtake the city that you're near as well. And you're like, why isn't this stopping? So you start to have to focus your magic. So you have a +1 to roll on your use magic to try to bring this under control. It is no longer automatic.
So that's 11, 12. This is +1.
Absolutely. So that is a super duper success. Eventually you get these moments to fade down, and as the rest of you now, the buffets of the cold energy is now subsiding, and the ice sculpture, this ice formation starts to crack open, and you now see Henry actually holding a very tired and almost on the brink of unconsciousness Olivia.
She alright?
I think she'll be fine. We need to get out of here. We need to patch up and rest.
Let's get back to the car.
So you guys start moving towards the car, and John, you hear the voice say, "It's time." And the rest of you see Antiope appear in the middle here, and she looks around, and she looks slightly confused and worried.
Goodbye.
Do you want us to leave?
You guys don't pull out the soul since it's all the
7-pointed star.
Yeah, pull out her like mother, and I assume just run up and like hug her mom.
Okay. So you hug Antiope, and immediately her energy begins to be pulled in, and she looks confused, and as she's about to fade away into this, she goes, "Been betrayed." And she fades away into the 7-pointed star.
You've been betrayed. Wow.
You look beyond, and you see another form that looks like Antiope beyond, but there's this sudden gust of wind, and in her place stands Iolos.
Yeah, the wind elemental we need the brass school.
And she is laughing, or they are laughing rather, and says, "Thank you for breaking the last seal."
Is this the one that, like, through the...
Yep, that fucked the shit
Oh,
out
God.
of my mama.
We need to run. Like, that was...
As she begins to prepare to do something like this.
Nope, I'm out.
With her hand.
I'm out too. I run around a corner because I'm holding this child.
And she just, like, the bales of straw that are kind of melting in this area, or at least, just have the remnants of snow on it, begin to blow apart in chunks.
I keep running. Let me get out the car!
She made it a shortcut, it seems like.
I mean, she's blowing parts of these bales, like, wide open.
I've at this point scooped Olivia up and I'm running with her.
And that is where we'll end.
Are you wondering what your favorite wacky nerds are up to? Search for Campaigns of the Plains on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and make sure to follow and like us to keep up with all our content and news. You might also find exclusive content for fans only. Remember to catch us on YouTube every Friday at noon for a new episode of Campaigns of the Plains.